How's it going, guys? We're here back for season 2. This is our official launch, and we're doing a new type of episode. We're doing a drunk while wanna fight about it. I'm your judge, Amir, and we have our panelists today. We got some new fighters and some old fighters coming in.
What's going on, guys? Me, Omid.
Owen.
Nick.
We got all three of them back, and today we decided, there's some big news going on in movies right now. So we have pitched Deadpool 3. We got Wolverine, Hugh Jackman's coming back. We have who is the best Harry Potter character, and we have what movie hurt you so bad that you have to be drunk to enjoy. So we have a lot of really good rounds going on, and I think we're going to first start it off with the official premiere of Season 2. We're going to have it be with more and more Disney movies getting remade and turned into live action, which animated Disney sidekick should get their own Logan. And since it's a Logan question, I think it's fitting to start off with Omid first.
Okay. So, guys, when I thought of this question, I was like, Disney sidekick. Who do I view as, like, one of the most original Disney sidekicks? And I think Donald Duck and Goofy played sidekick to Mickey Mouse. So mine is actually based off the TikTok that Elmo spends the night at Mickey's house and Mickey Mouse beats the shit out of Donald Duck and Goofy, where it's Mickey's like, hey, Goofy, open up!
Goofy, open this fucking door, you motherfucker! Open up! Bite me, bitch! Oh, yeah! That's it, Goofy! Oh, shit! Oh, yeah! You motherfucker! Oh, sorry, man! Fuck you! No,
And you just see him beating the shit out of Donald and Goofy. So my story of this Logan-esque style is that night Mickey Mouse killed Goofy, and Donald and Elmo are on this Kill Bill style road trip to kill Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse is the most racist piece of shit, and we're killing him. That is my Disney movie.
Jesus. Also, before we get into that, one thing I forgot to mention is, since we're doing a drinking game, we're going to be having rules for each fighter. If they essentially do a certain requirement, they're all going to have to drink. So for Omid, we had, if he's unjustly an asshole to Owen, they all have to drink. Owen, if you know him, he's snarky. So any too much snark from him, they all drink. Nick, the artist, too artsy, they're all going for a drink.
Too pretentious, I think we're looking for.
Too pretentious, there you go.
Pinky's up. Yeah.
So, Owen, go ahead.
Ooh, I just want to say glad to be back.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to get a dub this day.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, my pick, I feel like, is the most, it's possible. Like, this can actually happen. My Disney sidekick that I'm going to do is Pumbaa from The Lion King.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have a dark, gritty story where Pumbaa and the rest of his friends, they died because the hyenas actually came back and killed everyone at Pride Rock. So he's this dark, hardened warthog who's like at the end of his days just pissed off at everything. But he finds this orphan hyena. His job and his mission is kind of like Ice Age. He's gonna take this orphan hyena back to his pride, back to his pack. And on the way there, there's this group of rogue lions who are still pissed off about the hyenas that killed their entire family, trying to kill him and get him on the way there. But he realizes, just because this hyena's family did this or like past generations did, it doesn't mean it's the hyena's fault. He's gonna go help that hyena out, and at the very end, Pumbaa sacrifices his life for that hyena.
Damn, that's good.
I know it's good.
That's cool.
That's good. That's very dramatic. So we have two good pitches. We have racist Mickey, Donald's avenging Goofy.
Yeah.
We have Pumbaa raising a enemy hyena. Nick, what do you got?
If you guys remember the last episode I was on, I brought in Kite Man.
Yes, you did.
Out of left field, no one saw that coming.
Mm-hmm.
Bringing the same energy back to this episode. My character, maybe I should describe the movie first, and then I'll let you know who the character is.
That sounds good.
So, imagine small town girl is ripped away from all of her loved ones, and the people who kidnap her toss her aside once she's considered broken. She's wandering this big city alone, and she stumbles upon a couple of misfits and other people without purpose, and she builds a community with them, still struggling to get by, giving them all purpose again. This character is Little Bo Peep from Toy Story.
Oh!
That's good.
Oh, that's good.
That's good. So that works.
No, that got me. That got me. That was good.
Yeah,
Is
man,
it artsy yet?
That wasn't artsy. That wasn't artsy. If you want to go for a drink, you can, but that wasn't artsy. That wasn't.
I think that was pretty fucking artsy.
That was good. I like that. That was good. But I'm ready to take that shit down.
Yeah. So go ahead and fight about it, guys. So I want to hear why is that one? Why does your character deserve to be given the Logan treatment?
So for me, I think what Disney's kind of lost is everything. Whenever people talk about Disney now, it's just Star Wars and Marvel. But I want to go back to the originals. Mickey, Donald, Goofy, and they were guest starring with Elmo. It's gonna be so
Elmo
cool.
seems so out of left field.
No,
That
Elmo's
seems
the
like
baby
you kinda-
character. He's the baby character. So it is a Kill Bill style movie because Mickey is wrong. So many people remember Peter Pan. Peter Pan is a child actor. Him after playing this role, he went down drugs, binging, alcohol, and he ends up killing himself.
We're not
right?
talking about Peter Pan though. We're
Yeah.
talking
No, I'm
about.
saying Mickey Mouse.
This
That's what
sounds
Mickey
like a
Mouse did.
stupid multiverse movie you're
No,
trying to
it's
do
not-
with
no.
Mickey and other Sesame Street characters.
No.
Go ahead.
well,
Yeah,
I'm saying
you
is-
stuttered on your own.
No,
I didn't interrupt you.
No, I was trying to remember if Elmo from Sesame Street is. But what you're seeing with the new Winnie the
He
Pooh movie
is Sesame Street. Are
That's
you
what
serious?
that's what
That
I
caught you
said.
up?
That's what I'm saying. But as you're seeing with the new Winnie the Pooh movie, it shows we can take these Disney characters and go really dark and really gritty. Because I'm gonna watch it. I know you're gonna see that opening fucking night.
No,
yes,
I'm
you are.
not.
It's a horror movie.
I'm
Yes,
not a
you
Disney
are.
show.
Are you
Is
talking
it a
about
horror
the
movie?
the
Kill
horror
Bill was
Blood
movie
and
with
Honey.
Winnie the Pooh?
Blood and Honey.
You
Yeah.
mean the one that sucked?
No, the new one. It's not even out yet. What are you talking about?
I thought people said it sucked. Like
No.
early reviews came out and it was.
No,
The
no.
trailer's out. The
trailer-
trailer's
Oh,
out.
The trailer was
Yeah.
out. That's right.
The trailer, came
trailer
out.
looked like
but
shit,
for this,
dude.
we're gonna show Mickey Mouse be this racist piece of shit that he is in real life. Kill Bill style. Imagine Donald literally going like this, taking on
The
Mickey.
biggest
look.
problem I
Go
have
ahead.
with your entire movie pitch is that the whole basis is movies that have been remade, right? And these aren't like typically like the iconic characters. These are like the later characters. You're not seeing Mickey Mouse remade or Goofy remade. It's because they're fucking boring.
Yeah, and you're
They
saying
don't have
side
established
characters.
stories.
Goofy has his own movie already.
No, Donald's the main
Don-
character. Donald's the
Okay,
main
Donald
character.
Duck has his TV show with
No, but
three
it's
kids.
called DuckTales.
Donald
DuckTales
has
is the
his
main
orange
character.
juice. That's all he
Yeah,
has.
yeah.
He got origin and his
that's
nephew's
the-
got
okay,
DuckTales.
so
He
you're-
gets nothing.
You're
Hey,
pitching
man.
this movie.
No disrespect on the Donald Duck orange juice. That,
No,
that,
that-
shit is top tier.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, this shit's
Very
cool.
expensive, though.
Your movie is better said as, like you said, TikToks. I'd rather see the cool action scenes, and you haven't even given us like this backstory, or like how the characters develop throughout. I'm giving you Pumbaa's life. You know, he is so angry and so hateful, but when he finds that orphan hyena just abandoned alone, he realizes that there's more to life than being hateful towards the things that killed off his family. Because this hyena had nothing to do with it. So he's gonna go against the odds. He's gonna go take this orphan hyena back to its pride, and at the same time, the people who he should be with, those rogue lions who are angry at life and angry at the people who killed everyone, are trying to take him down throughout it.
I have to ask though. Wait, is Timon in this?
Timon died. Why do you think he's so angry? He's so angry.
Can I say this though? I think Pumbaa is such a comic relief character that you can't
And
play
so
him
was
as
Daffy Duck and Goofy.
Daffy's not in this. It's Donald.
Whatever, dude.
I'm saying,
Donald Duck and Goofy.
Pumbaa's a
they're
joke,
all
right, Nick?
funny characters.
Not only is Pumbaa a joke, but Pumbaa already has a movie.
Lion King 1.5.
Exactly.
There we go. Let's go.
Argument invalid.
Yeah.
Okay,
Which
Toy
brings
Story-
me to mine.
Toy Story 4 was basically Bo Peep's movie, anyways.
I'm not talking about Toy Story 4 though. And was
Yeah.
it basically her movie, or was it a glorified like Woody's depressed movie?
It's
My
a little bit of
movie-
both. It's a little bit of both.
It's a little bit of both. But this is a solely Bo Peep movie. A character that has been relegated to shitty background character and random love interest now has stakes and a full character arc.
So is
Go
this
ahead.
canon? Is this canon to
Wait,
Toy
wait,
Story
wait.
or no?
What's
can
what's
be.
the arc?
Okay. Canon.
What's the arc, Nick?
What's the arc?
Go ahead.
Going from it's the arc of like this broken character who's again small town girl, fucking
Small town, so she grew up in a toy. I'm still confused.
Small
a toy
town.
town.
yeah, a toy town that is literally a kid's room. Very small
Yeah.
town.
Okay.
So does it take place after she's lost in 3?
Yeah. What is this in the
So
Toy
she's
Story
bought
timeline?
from the yard sale? Because
When does she get
continuity.
sold again?
She gets
Well-
sold in the yard sale to continuity.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
so is it between Woody and Toy Story 3?
It's between 3 and 4, I guess.
3 and 4?
continuity.
Okay,
Alright,
cards on the
so-
table. I
It's a
don't know when
Logan-
she gets sold.
It's a
I think
Logan
it's-
continuity doesn't matter, right?
Oh,
It's
Oh,
sometime
okay, cool.
after
Getting
two.
help from the judge. Yeah.
So yeah, it's between Toy Story 3 and 4. For
But
sure.
see, my thing is, if you're doing this movie, it takes away the magic of seeing her come back in 4.
That it does. It
Does it,
really,
though?
really.
It does,
Yes,
because
it does,
Can you
Nicholas.
say the same thing about Rogue One?
I don't think Rogue One was good because you don't need to know about them. You don't need
Rogue
to
One is one of the most universally loved Star Wars movies.
I do
It is-
like that movie.
Yeah, but you're a Star Wars shill, so that doesn't surprise me. But I think if you have Bo Peep come back, when you see her be a badass in 4, it's like, either if it comes out of 4, it's like, oh, I've seen this, it's gonna feel like filler.
Yeah,
But
it
with
does
my,
feel
with
like-
my
it
story,
does
it's
feel
something new.
unnecessary.
But on the car right here, we were just talking about how Hulk gets all of his character development off screen. It's the same thing with Bo Peep.
Ah, damn.
Yeah.
You didn't think I'd bring that, did you?
Yeah, but there's a big difference between Hulk and Bo Peep. All right,
Yeah,
no one gives
female
a shit about. No one gives a
representation.
shit about Bo Peep. All right, if you want female representation, give us a Jessie movie.
Oh,
I would much rather have a
that's
Jessie
good.
movie. All right.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah,
See,
she's actually a strong
So
character.
both of them have had a movie that's been done already. Lion King
1.5 is not
Toy
a real
Story
movie.
4.
That is Toy.
No
that
one's
is,
ever
That's a different
addressed.
perspective of Lion King.
No one's
Wait, so
ever addressed it.
They have movies, so I'm curious. Like
Mine's a movie.
I know
I
you're
have
No, it's
half
not.
a
Yours is a
movie,
TikTok.
okay?
that
I
you
have
want
half a
longer.
movie.
You want a long
I mean, you
TikTok.
guys given me a movie.
Can I
I'm
show you
so
my
confused.
movie?
Yeah, because yours is a TikTok. But like what?
Based off of the idea.
No,
of
but
the
it's literally a TikTok. You're
Yeah,
just
no,
giving
so-
us.
no.
Oh, they're gonna have swords. and
No.
They're gonna fight other people.
Can I tell you this? So I told
So
you.
I want to know more about Donald because I mean
Yes.
we have Donald, we have Pumbaa, and we have Bo Peep.
Yeah, so-
those are the titles. I
so-
want to know why is this a Donald
So
picture?
it's a Donald picture because Donald and Goofy have been in the shadow of Mickey Mouse for so long. They're
A
not
Goofy movie.
Oh, wait, then Donald.
extremely
It's
Goofy
Donald's the
movie.
main character because Goofy's dead. Did you not hear that? Goofy died.
Yeah,
That
you
night,
didn't
when
explain
the
yourself very well.
night that they spend the night at Mickey Mouse and Elmo was there to spend the night.
Look, I like
Mickey Mouse-
Donald just as much as the nice guy, but 15 minutes into the, I'm gonna get annoyed as hell and turn
That's
it
a
off.
very good
Yeah,
point.
I-
Is
there's
he
only
actually
so
gonna
much
be
you could listen to.
Representation on people's
Of who?
speech impediments.
Is he
speech
gonna-
impediments? I talk fast, so I can relate to Donald Duck.
Yeah, but you don't sound like a duck when you talk.
I don't know. Maybe some people
It's
say
gonna
I
be
do.
hard to listen to, hard to watch when he's in a serious moment.
You watched Google. Ahoy! You watched that for 2 movies. You watched that for 2 movies.
Goofy movie?
Yeah.
and they weren't serious
Oh,
movies.
yeah.
They weren't serious
And
movies.
for this, we're gonna go dark. We're gonna go
You can't go dark.
real.
You can't go dark with that.
You can't
Yeah,
go
well,
dark
You haven't
Tell
even
me
given us
in
the
general.
story, to be honest.
Can I tell you the story? I told
Okay,
you. So
fourth time's the charm, go ahead.
Goofy dies that night. They spent the night at Mickey's house. Mickey Mouse. They were addressing, hey Mickey, can we get a spot on the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse show or the House of Mouse? We want to be on the House of Mouse, get our own moment. And Mickey Mouse like, oh, you don't fucking talk to me like that. What is he said? Oh, good for you, mate. Good for you. And he just beats the shit out of Goofy. And Donald says, oh, you know what? I'm standing up for Goofy. Me and Elmo are gonna go on this car ride from Burbank all the way to Egypt to stop Mickey Mouse living in his palace. This is
Egypt?
real.
What the fuck
It's
is
a
this
road trip movie. It's a road trip movie, kind of like Jotaro Kujo
Yeah.
going to Egypt.
Yeah.
Do you know where Egypt is?
It's in Africa.
Okay, so
Which is,
look,
again,
you've lost
Burbank, California.
all of us.
Africa.
It's a road trip movie. He's the vinyl boss.
Did they
Wait,
travel
wait,
by
wait.
map?
But Goofy's
Yeah,
dead though.
huh?
Tell me
Goofy's
what.
dead.
It's Donald and Elmo.
Elmo is just so out of left field.
He's a baby.
That is so out of left field.
Did
Like
you watch
that
the
is
TikTok?
a terrible,
No,
terrible
it plays.
pitch.
It plays all.
Yeah,
like,
Mine
like,
is a
like
real
TikTok.
movie you could do, and if we're going with the whole Logan continuity, you'll still be able to enjoy the other Lion King movies and know that this is a separate timeline where things went really bad.
If we're talking
Mine's
about a
seven
movie that
timelines
can
here.
actually be done, let's be real. Mine is the most realistic.
Yeah,
I'm
but-
not killing any characters, and
No
both
studio
of yours
is
are
gonna
getting really
green
dark.
light a Bo Peep movie. I'm telling you that right now.
They greenlit a bunch of Mater spin-offs,
I watched
and it's the
those
exact same studio.
spin-offs on Disney Plus that are 2 minutes. So you're not gonna get an hour. The way movies are 180 minutes.
We're
I
getting.
want you to go into closers because I'm not gonna lie, I'm stuck between these two.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah,
have a good,
Okay.
you have a good premise.
Yes.
Does he?
But let's.
That's snarky. I think that was a little
That's
snarky.
pretty
Right?
snarky.
I've been
That's
trying to be
pretty
snarky.
snarky.
out
That
of
was
it.
snarky. That was snarky. You go, get a
I'll
drink.
go ahead and pour them. Don't worry. You go for it.
So that was pretty snarky, but I'm stuck between these two. They gave me real movies. They
Let me
gave
tell
me
you
heart.
this.
Let me know what the heart is, because you're saying Elmo's in it. Then use Elmo. Let's hear it.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he's the baby Elmo. So this is before he gets his own show, the late show or the not so late show. So he's learning how to be a showman. Donald Duck is showing him how to do that because he did that with his nephews getting their own show like DuckTales. But the whole thing is Mickey Mouse says you can't go against my empire. I control everything. The House of Mouse, Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, all these stuff. Mickey Mouse has to be the face of it. And Donald gets a little fed up with it, especially with the death of Goofy. Donald wants to show people that, you know what? We're going to take down the hierarchy. We're going to take down capitalism. We're going to stop Mickey Mouse. And like I said, it's a road trip movie where they're going to Egypt. So you're going to see all these cool Disney characters. Like Donald and Elmo are going to take down Minnie Mouse. She's going to have her own fucking castle. She's going to have her own
That's your closer.
Okay, all I'm going to say, we're already getting a Young Mufasa movie, and we already got Toy Story 4.
Young Mufasa. What the fuck is that?
Why did you go on D23, bitch? They're making a new Lion King movie.
Okay.
They're doing a solo spinoff. That's true.
They took my idea.
Bring down Mickey Mouse.
All
I
right.
hope, for God's sake, that it's good.
I do
It
too.
ain't gonna be.
Okay.
Owen,
I
let's
will-
hear why Pumbaa should be.
So I don't even
his
have
own-
to say anything towards him.
I think he's out.
Yeah, he's
Fuck
a
you.
I think we can all agree Omid's a good fighter, but
bad pick, bad choice, bad argument. I will say I feel like with this Pumbaa movie, you're actually going to be getting more of Pumbaa, which is the whole point of this. I feel like we got a lot of Bo Peep in Toy Story 4. We didn't get any type of character development or anything from Pumbaa in the Lion King movies. You could keep saying 1.5, but that was a comedy special, essentially, just a different perspective where these two goofy characters are there. This is a different timeline where you see this character that you grew up and loved in a terrible situation, just like Wolverine. You watch the X-Men movies, you love Wolverine, and then you're older and you watch this Logan movie, you're like, holy shit, this is depressing. Same thing with this Pumbaa movie. But he's going to show that there's so many sides to everything. You're going to understand the sides of the lions that are trying to stop him and take him down.
You won for one.
Hold on, there's a closing statement?
Good.
You're going to understand both sides. The lion's trying to take him down and Pumbaa trying to help him. So you're not even going to have your own... Everyone's going to formulate their own opinion the way people are watching Attack on Titan. Like, is Eren right? Is Eren wrong? Is Pumbaa right? Is Pumbaa wrong? Mm-hmm. So we're going to watch this beautiful movie. No one's going to watch this because I still haven't gotten a coherent story aside from... She's a small town girl, small room girl. She's a toy in a factory or whatever. And then she goes to kids. I honestly don't even know. Sorry, I don't even know.
That's your closing. Yes. All right, Nick, sell me on Bo Peep. It's between you two. It's very close. And I know he addressed saying that we got enough of Bo Peep in Toy Story 4. Go ahead and address that for me, and then also tie it up.
So the whole thing with Bo Peep is that I do agree she is a lot. She does take up a lot of time in Toy Story 4, but she's still not the main character. It's still Woody. And even when it's Woody, he's focusing on Sporky, the shitty little spoon character. Mm-hmm. Bo Peep is this...
Forky.
Is it Forky? Whatever the fuck. It doesn't matter. Stupid character. Bo Peep is relegated to this badass... Again, all of her progression is done off screen. Now we're giving her the chance to show what actually happened to her. And just like in Logan, this can be a character piece where she builds a community back again after becoming... isolated and hardened and tossed aside.
It's good.
Also, realistically, it is also canonized. Like, it does happen. We just don't see it.
You were confused about that.
And that's the end of the round. That was really good.
Shall we drink to the end of the round?
Yeah, let's just hit the bell.
Nice.
That is the end of the round.
Yeah. Omid.
Oh. Good first round back for
Yeah.
season 2.
Oh, yeah.
Good
Yeah,
first
all
round.
good fighters, all decent choices. I wouldn't say good, but the TikTok one, that one threw me off. That one, even when he sent me the text, I was like, what?
Yeah.
I mean, you came and you fought it. Not well, though.
Fuck
Aww.
But so between Pumbaa and Bo Peep, I think they're both very good. And
There's one clear winner, and it's clearly Bo Peep. There's no way Pumbaa deserves this. No way.
Why don't you let him talk, asshole?
So there are some really good points said. So, like Owen is saying, Pumbaa lost his family and he has to raise a lone hyena. Timon did die, but that's pretty sad. And you're saying that this is a serious tone, and you're trying to have a movie where you grow up with this character and you see them change drastically, right? Mm-hmm. Versus Nick, she's lost in a city, she makes a new family. It can be canon. She's a broken girl. She has an arc, and does it undercut Toy Story 4? I'm not sure. I know you brought it up to Rogue One, and it's like, oh, that only enhances the picture.
Absolutely.
And we did get a lot of Bo Peep in Toy Story 4, but I think what you said that really sold me was like Hulk. We got a lot of off-screen development. Mm-hmm. So I think both of them are very good choices. I think the one that I can see happening more likely, and I thought the one that had a clearer vision, I think both of them are very close. Mm-hmm. But I think I'm going with Little Bo Peep. I think that was very close. But
it was actually really good.
No, both of them are very good. Like the Pumbaa, I think what got me with the Pumbaa, like, oh, we already had Toy Story 1.5. We saw his character.
That's stupid.
To be fair, this is like the opposite end of Toy Story 1.5, where instead of
Lion King.
Huh?
You talking about Lion King 1.5?
Oh yeah, sorry, Lion King 1.5. Where instead of it's them meeting up, it's them breaking apart and him living forward. So
yeah.
I definitely watch it.
Both bigs were good. Both bigs were
good. Good job.
He always comes up with really good answers. Like when you hear Pumbaa, you're like, "That's a fucking joke," but you made a good story out of it. So I thought that was very good answers. And now we're moving on to round 2, having our drunk movie fight. So the question I wanted to ask was, what movie hurt so bad that you have to be drunk to like it? And we start off with Omid, the first round. So Owen, we're going to you. I'm ready for this one.
I was hurt.
I'm missing something.
A young child, excited for the new Batman vs Superman movie.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Really?
Batman vs Superman movie.
Wow.
This boy's favorite villain was Doomsday at the time. He loved Superman. He thought, cool, a Superman sequel. What he got was Lex Luthor with hair, The Rock as Doomsday, and a shitty movie where the resolution was Martha. He was depressed, he was sad, but the only thing to actually let him watch this movie, to laugh at the movie essentially, is drinking.
His best friend, yeah.
My best friend, beer. So I say Batman vs. Superman hurt me in the ways that other movies haven't. But the only way to watch it, to enjoy myself, to turn my brain off, and to stop thinking about what's going on, is with alcohol.
That's good. That's a really good pick. So we have BVS from Owen.
I did not see that coming.
Nick, what do you got?
All right. This movie actually hurt me. It's another sequel. I absolutely love the first one. I consider the first movie to be an absolute masterpiece, which is why Pacific Rim Uprising
Oh, I thought you were gonna make that.
fucking hurts,
Close
man.
number 2.
That's a good one.
I need to show you my room. I have a bunch of Pacific Rim figures up there.
Are they from Uprising?
No.
Oh, thank
No.
God.
Yeah.
But as to the reason why, right? We barely get any returning actors or characters for that matter. We get
killed
Mako.
off.
Yeah, we get Mako, who's relegated to
Mako
no
Mori.
action at all and is immediately killed off in the most unceremonious way. We get characters in this weird love triangle. All these actors have no chemistry, and like the one thing that like tipped me off that this movie was gonna be absolute shit was in like the opening 10 minutes they make a sriracha joke 3 years after sriracha jokes are considered funny.
I didn't know that was a thing.
I didn't know that was a thing either.
Oh,
I only
was a
watched it
thing.
once in the theaters, so I blocked it off from my memory.
He only saw it once and never again.
That's good. We got Pacific Rim. We got BVS.
That was my that's close second choice for me.
So, the movie I had a lot of movies that really hurt me. I was gonna go with X-Men Dark Phoenix, but I realized I've argued that a couple times on here, so I'm not
A
gonna.
lot.
Yeah, I've already
And,
argued.
and he
that.
knows I'm the judge. He knows if he picks Dark Phoenix and says anything bad about it,
Instant loss.
he's not getting the point.
Yeah, so I've argued that a lot, so I didn't pick that. So the movie I picked it's also actually a second in its series, and the first movie I think it did a great job of having being a commentary on superhero movies. This director established a big name for himself, showing that he can do a lot with a low budget, making an R-rated superhero movie. And my biggest problem with the second one was it became everything that the first one made a joke of. My pick is Kick-Ass 2. Kick-Ass 1 was such a good movie. We had Matthew Vaughn coming in, director of X-Men First Class, Kingsman 1, and then him doing Kick-Ass 1. It was a commentary on superhero movies before the massive amount of oversaturation that we're having now. But with Kick-Ass 2, they're like, double the villains, double the superheroes, have a big fucking fight, and they dropped all the substance that was in the movie. The movie starts with, what's his name? Fucking Kick-Ass and his girlfriend breaking up immediately. It's like, dude, that's what the whole first movie was about. And that movie, it went from being a good commentary to a stupid action movie that essentially wasn't even fun to watch. Jim Carrey was ass. Christopher Mintz-Plasse was ass. Everything about that movie just hurt me. That movie was so shitty that it tanked the franchise. They didn't get a sequel.
So we have, if you notice, they're all sequels. So all of them have had a good first movie, and they're disappointed by the second one.
Yeah.
So go ahead and fight about it, guys.
I got attack BVS because everyone knows I'm a Snyderist. You're gonna say that movie sucked, and they give us our second portrayal of Henry Cavill as Superman. Every scene that he's in is golden in that movie.
Not only that, but it's the first ever live action team up of the Holy Trinity of the DC universe. That's such a big fucking deal.
Silence.
That's really bad.
Silence.
Whatever that was, don't do it again.
Fuck you.
Listen here, gentlemen. We're not arguing what the worst movie is, because this guy would win. All
I
right?
don't agree. I
We're
don't agree.
arguing what hurt you the most. And I will never recover from that night. You two were there. All right, I was watching this movie and realizing, did I just witness the death of Superman in his second movie?
That's a fair point.
Did I just see that right there? And then I see, was this really Doomsday? Is it like actually? Because you see the trailer, you think, okay, that's like baby Doomsday, all right? He's gonna grow. He's gonna grow. He's gonna get the bones coming out of his head. He's gonna get his hair or something halfway through the movie. No, he looks like a Ninja Turtle. I will say that this movie hurt me in so many ways, and it's stuff that I don't recover from. I haven't felt so. The DCEU has hurt me, but nothing can hurt me like
I just
that.
want to point out that a key part of this question for this round is being drunk to make it enjoyable. would it have been enjoyable with alcohol though?
Oh yes, most definitely, because there's so many great action scenes, so many good fight scenes. I'm gonna laugh when Lex Luthor says, "Late," says the White Rabbit. When he says all these little stupid quirks and things, and when he gets his bald head and he looks stupid as a baldy.
I don't agree.
All these funny things when you're drunk.
Actually, I would agree with that. I do think Snyder can. I've said this a million times, but Snyder knows action.
He knows action.
He knows a lot. He knows a lot more than
when you are drinking and you essentially turn off all your motor functions and anything in your brain that relates to intelligence and critical thought, you think, yeah, it is a good idea to kill Superman. That was cool. I just saw it happen.
I'll say this. You know what? That was a good pick. But you know what you should have picked? You should have picked fucking Justice League. If you're like Superman, Justice League should have hurt way more because you get fucking Superman like this the whole fucking movie. And it starts off, Superman!
Yeah, I was already hurt by that.
I disagree. I don't think alcohol
hurt by then.
I don't even think alcohol could save that movie.
It can't. So that's what I'm saying. BVS, there's still so many good moments. But Ben Affleck is a lot of people's favorite Batman. Remember the warehouse scene? You don't need to be drunk to enjoy that. Remember Wonder Woman? You don't need to be drunk to enjoy that.
You do need to be drunk when you go, because when you get to the end of the movie, and you realize this is where it's come to, this is where the DCU is at right now, with a dead Superman, 2 Justice League members, and we're already starting like our phase 8 into the second movie.
Tell me with a straight face that you did not enjoy the Superman versus Batman scene with him in Batman armor. That was straight out of Dark Knight Rises.
I can't anymore. I can't anymore because I know where it's headed. I know where it's going.
It's Justice League.
Honestly, I don't enjoy that scene sober or drunk. I think it's a really slow fight scene. I think it's the worst fight scene in the movie.
I heard a lot about BVS. Very good points. I want to hear more about your guys' movies.
Yeah, I'm going to Kick-Ass. I think what you're seeing with Kick-Ass, it was a very good drama. And they even recast his best friend, Evan Peters, as some fucking no-name, and he also becomes Kick-Ass. What? They were also teasing like the relation between Kick-Ass and an underage Chloe Grace Moretz.
Okay, so how is it better drunk?
Huh?
How is it better drunk?
Because there's so many characters. At least you're getting the stupid
moments.
How are you
gonna enjoy it?
You're gonna enjoy it because of how stupid it is, and at least you're getting at least somewhat cool action. You get Mother Russia.
If you're gonna enjoy something for how stupid it is, you might as well watch my movie.
Yeah, watch a stupid
movie. No, but your
like
movie's
this guy.
fun if you just turn off your brain. You don't need alcohol.
Exactly.
It's Transformers.
I will say,
it's Transformers.
Hey! You shut your fucking ass right now.
It's Transformers.
No, it's not. All right, we're good.
Nick, is it Transformers or no?
I enjoy the Transformers movie more than this one. I think Transformers are better than this. The later ones, not so much. I think they're close, but I still think Pacific Rim Uprising is slightly worse than the worst of the Transformers.
He has a great pick. That movie sucks ass, and it was extremely disappointing.
The question isn't what's the worst movie. Is what is a movie that is so disappointing it hurts you that it would be better drunk?
Yeah,
Yours movie is such a high budget.
If I can defend my point for a second, you guys have had your turn to talk. Now it's my turn. All right.
Turn.
Pacific Rim Uprising, right? When you're getting drunk, you're not doing it alone. That's pretty sad. You're gonna do it with your friends.
Mm-hmm.
So when all of you have your brain turned off, you can all start shitting on this movie and having a great time. I'm not saying this is a fun movie to watch alone. It's a fun movie to watch with friends, hammered drunk, just laughing at how fucking ridiculous it is. The fact that Charlie Day, already one of the most insane and funny actors out there, goes full Saturday morning villain and wants to like brain fuck a kaiju brain. Mm-hmm. That's so fucking funny, dude. Not on purpose. It's ridiculous, and I love laughing at it.
Mm-hmm. But
that's interesting. Yeah, so he was able to turn around with it being funny to shit on. Yeah. What is good about your movie? Because now you were talking about you have Jim Carrey, you have a big roster.
Yeah, so when you're going in for a drunk, you're essentially going to be in the mindset of the motherfucker. He is such a goofy fucking character. His costume is his mom's bondage clothing. He literally gets a new team of people called Black Death, Mother Russia. I think one of them was like a Genghis Kong, and one of them was also like a fucking like gas mask guy. Something like that.
Is it not Evan Peters' ass kick?
Evan Peters is not in the movie.
No, I know. Like,
but the guy is kick ass and ass kick.
Okay.
So that's really stupid. But when you're watching it drunk, you at least get enjoyment from essentially an R-rated like Avengers-like movie, because you're at least getting a big fucking fight between the good guys and the bad guys. But the biggest draw is Christopher Mintz-Plasse, how fucking stupid he is, where he gets the gun, he shoots the gun, and he doesn't think about recoil, so it hits him right in the face when he's getting dangled off. He said, "Oh, I'm gonna die, but I'll come back as an evil Jesus." So you're just watching this movie knowing how fucking shitty it is, and you're like, yeah, I'll turn off my brain. Chloe Grace Moretz, hit girl fight scenes are always top notch.
I think you're forgetting a big glaring issue with that movie.
What?
and it's that Chloe Grace Moretz, hit girl and Kick-Ass get together in the movie.
Yeah,
That's a huge fucking age gap, and that's really uncomfy.
But when you're drunk, you forget about that.
Are you trying to justify
Yo,
that?
man,
No, the actor's
Hey,
pretty
hey,
bad
it's
argument.
okay when you're drunk.
No, the actress is of age because they're both in high school.
The actress
They're
is, but
both in
not
high
the
school.
character.
They're both in high school, so it's essentially fine.
He's about to graduate, and she's a freshman.
I think he's
That's
a junior.
pretty
creepy,
scummy.
dog.
No, he's a junior. He's
This guy,
17. She's
another
15.
controversial
Pretty
pick.
scummy.
No, all I'm saying is this. Yes, Pacific Rim hurt. BVS is not a bad movie. It's just a different movie.
It has to.
Everything
It
about
doesn't
Ben
have to do with
Affleck
being.
in that
You're
movie's
on the
good.
wrong subject. It doesn't matter if it's bad or not. It's all
It
subjective.
shouldn't have hurt you.
That's all subjective.
The only thing that would
But
have
it
hurt you.
did. But it did hurt
Joss
me.
League should have hurt you more. There's no way.
No, this hurt me so much more because I was so excited. The DCEU was finally coming
okay.
together. I got to see Batman and Wonder Woman together, and I realized
first
that they ruined my favorite storyline, where Superman dies right here, right now.
Wait. So I want to ask. Wait. So what about Doomsday didn't you like?
His look, his origin story, everything about it. The way he wasn't the main villain, he was just a side character at the very end instead of Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor was the main villain, and he's like, okay, let me sacrifice Zod real quick and create Doomsday. What the fuck is that? Doomsday was created on Krypton thousands and millions of years ago.
It's a new take. It's all fresh.
but it was
It's a shitty take.
Shitty take. I will say,
I have
your
to help
your
with this
movie
one.
doesn't
I'm a
look
DC fan.
any type of enjoyable drunk at all, because this seems like the movie you would talk over when you're drunk. You know, if you want to watch a funny movie, you're gonna watch that movie and you laugh at it. You're gonna watch an action-packed movie while drunk. You're gonna watch this movie. I think with your movie, you could still kind of watch that sober and somewhat enjoy it. There wasn't as much hype for it as much as the DC. Yeah. So I would say with the DCEU, it was just like it was coming strong. I love Man of Steel. I think a lot of people really like Pacific Rim. I love Pacific Rim. But it wasn't as much hype as my movie was. So when you get let down, it's not as big of a letdown. It's really hard to argue yours because I really fucking hate that movie too. But I will say, for alone, I could watch that robot Jaeger versus Jaeger fight scene sober and still love it because that was a great scene.
Nick, what do you got?
All right.
This is very close.
Yeah.
All three of you guys are very close.
The biggest thing for me is it's a movie that you have to enjoy drunk. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't like getting drunk alone.
Mm-hmm.
It's always a group affair. And whenever it's a group affair, you're gonna be talking. You're not gonna sit down and watch an action movie. You're gonna want to talk to your friends and make fun of a fun movie. If you watch my movie Hammer Drunk, you're gonna have a great time with your friends.
That's good.
See, I would say this. I'm gonna close this off with saying, why is watching Pacific Rim Uprising drunk make it any different than watching a shitty Transformers movie drunk? They're on the exact same level. The shitty movies, Age of Extinction, Last Night, those are all Pacific Rim Uprising. They're all equally bad.
You got me.
BVS, I'm gonna say BVS. You don't need to be drunk to enjoy that movie. You get Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman for the first time. You get Ben Affleck's Batman for the first time. You get the warehouse fighting. That's one of the best
It is
Batman.
about how much it hurt me.
Yes,
Not about everyone else.
Yeah, you're being
This is how much it
insensitive.
hurt me.
This is my closing. I thought
Technically,
this
it's not how much it hurt you. He's the final say.
This is closing. Owen's closing.
I'm saying, all I say is, yes, it hurts you, but it
And
really
I love
shouldn't-
Kick-Ass too.
There's no way you like to guess.
I liked it. So your argument is invalid.
Owen's closing.
Coming back to Kick-Ass, this essentially tanked the franchise with BVS. We still got the Snyder cut with Pacific Rim. We're still getting Transformers movies, so you're still getting.
Dude! How could I not say anything? How could I not say anything?
I thought this was my closing, Amir. Keep this guy on track.
Owen, take a drink.
What the fuck was that? How am I not supposed to say anything?
Interrupting his closing.
So as I'm saying,
He's bringing up Transformers.
Oh my God.
Your itch is still getting scratched. You're getting superhero movies. You're getting fucking Black Adam. He's coming back. Henry Cavill coming back. You're still getting Transformers movies. With Kick-Ass, you essentially lost a commentary take on superhero movies. Now we're at the point of super saturation that all we have is The Boys. We don't have it as a movie, a big budget movie to see it in theaters.
Yeah, there's
What's
no
fun about Kick-Ass while you're drunk is you're gonna enjoy all the fucking stupidity of motherfucker, and you're gonna turn off your brain and watch some stupid fucking villains die.
That was a good round, too. That was honestly, I like that even more than round one. That was good. That was a bloody fight for sure.
I feel like I'm the only one drinking.
What the fuck, man? You can't compare Pacific Rim to Transformers.
Thank you, Nick.
So I'm gonna go into
Into some of the good points that were stated earlier. Owen, having your backstory as a little kid and liking Doomsday and liking the charger, and then
You were there. You saw how
we
depressed
were
I was
there.
at
We saw
TGIF. I couldn't eat.
You were more depressed with Pacific Rim.
Really? You couldn't
No,
eat?
I was more angry. I was more angry. Not as hurt.
So you're talking about that and
the plot ending with Martha, that was really good. Nick saying no returning characters in Pacific Rim Uprising, shitty love triangle, and you said Charlie Day becoming a Saturday morning villain. I thought that was good. And even the you have to be, or you don't want to drink alone. You want to be drinking with your friends. I thought that was a very good point.
Good one.
Yeah. Omid, you had some good points. Kick-Ass 2, very stupid but funny jokes. Like I did forget, like Red Mist. He's actually like hilarious. So I thought you guys all had some really good points. One thing I thought though about yours is everything you were saying is like, oh, that was the stuff I liked even when I'm not drunk. So like, okay, that I think your argument on Kick-Ass 2, like you were going more on the commentary of it, and like all that stuff needs to be appreciated when when you're not drunk, when you're thinking.
Yeah.
So I think
didn't have any of the commentary.
I want to hear a little more about Jim Carrey. Maybe that would be fun to see.
I actually enjoyed Jim Carrey in that movie. Can I just say?
You know, actually, I lied. I've never seen that movie.
I know you did. I know you did. Yeah. So
It's between BVS and Uprising, so it's Owen and Nick again. You know, they're both doing really well. But I think one of the funniest lines is we got Phase 8 in the second movie in. We got the death in the second movie, and he said it's the one that hurt you the most, and you can enjoy it drunk. I think I'm going to go with BVS. That was a really good answer. Good job, everyone. That was really good. Pretty much saying Pacific Rim and Transformers are the same franchise.
That was stupid.
You're telling me that Michael Bay's
pissing me
Transformers
off.
5 is not on the same level as Pacific Rim Uprising? No way.
You can't say Transformers. It's so huge, man. Alright, just say Age of Extinction or alright.
I would argue I should have picked Justice because my original pick was I went X-Men Dark Phoenix and I was gonna change it to Dumb and Dumber 2 because Dumb and Dumber.
Oh, Dumb and Dumber 2 is a good one.
But I was like,
Hey,
you guys haven't seen
I
it.
can enjoy that sober.
But I was like, I would.
No, it's in the case. It's in like the actual carton.
I would argue that you guys haven't seen the movie, so it wouldn't have been fun.
I want to try it.
So that's why I went against it because he knows.
I would argue Justice League wouldn't be a good choice because I don't think I can enjoy that.
I think that was a good defense against it. Oh, I'm not gonna enjoy it even if I am drunk. Like that movie just hurt so
like,
much.
I hate Justice League too.
Yeah, again, as big as like
Oh yeah, can I get a Coke?
Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman all being on screen for the first time,
Southern Page.
seeing the Justice League for the first time, that's huge, and
Want to try
it's
it?
such a
Justice
bad
League?
movie.
Tastes like just like peach.
Oh, dude, good.
That was a good round.
Want to try it?
That one was even better than round 1.
Yeah.
If I argued Dark Phoenix, would I truly honestly been counted out if I picked it?
No, I would have given you a chance. I for sure would have given you a chance. But in my head, I would for sure, or I would be arguing with you. So it would be like a 1v1.
I was thinking about. That's why I said I didn't want to tell you because I was gonna.
Yeah,
go
that's
in,
what I was thinking.
I was gonna go in blind and say, oh, the movie is gonna give us like, oh, such a great redhead representation. It expected it to be-
Redhead
No,
representation.
no, because I was gonna go off Dumb and Dumber because Mary Samsonite is a redhead, and he would have thought that. I was like, no, I'm actually going Jean Grey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're saying.
Yeah,
That would've been good.
yeah.
So we're back. We all got fresh drinks, and we're on round 3. And like we alluded to earlier, earlier in this week, Ryan Reynolds, he confirmed Hugh's coming back.
Yes, sir.
We love Hugh.
I love
So
you.
love Hugh.
No, I love you.
We love you, Hugh.
No, I love you.
I don't know why I'm pointing up. You're not dead, but
Oh,
we love you.
No, I love you.
So Owen loves Hugh. So for round 3, we're gonna be asking, with Hugh making his first official return as Wolverine and into the MCU, go ahead and pitch me Deadpool 3. And Nick, it's your turn to start first.
All right. So, my idea for Deadpool 3, you guys have actually heard this already. We talked about it before. But my entire idea is Deadpool and the X-Men get left out of the Fox merger, and Deadpool tries to break into the MCU. And my whole thing with bringing Wolverine in, he tries to bring in as many X-Men as he can. And of course he goes for Wolverine, his comic best friend, and of course the one person we all want to see in the movie. And it turns out Logan's leading the X-Force. That's when we get his comic accurate suit, we get other characters, and the entire film is them jumping into the MCU with the time gadget thing from Deadpool 2. At various moments throughout the entirety of the MCU, just missing all the big team-ups, all the big, like, significant moments, and eventually, like, having to talk to the people at, Deadpool breaks the fourth wall entirely, breaks into the Marvel Studios headquarters, and, like, kidnaps Kevin Feige to make him come in.
So we got Deadpool kidnapping Kevin Feige to get into the MCU. He's breaking his way in. Omid?
So, for me, this is the one I put the most thought into because I've always been a huge fan of Ryan Reynolds, even before he was Deadpool, and I've grown up loving Hugh Jackman. So, this question is very near and dear to my heart. I literally cried when I saw the Deadpool 3 teaser. I sent Amir a picture of my eyes. I literally had watery eyes. I was so happy that for this, I want Deadpool 3 to essentially be a bridge between Deadpool 2 and Logan. So the way that the movie's going to start off with Deadpool and Wolverine having a conversation, and the whole thing is Deadpool saying, "Hey Wolverine, let's go to a bar and get a drink. We never actually hang out and get a drink together." And Wolverine's like, "Oh no, Wade, you're just such a boring you're just an asshole. I don't like spending time with you." So that's his whole thing, and Wolverine is leading the X-Men in this last go around, and the main villain of my movie is going to actually be Mr. Sinister, and his whole objective of this movie is he's creating a virus that will essentially wipe out all mutants, because him being a geneticist, he's all about DNA, so he wants to kill all the mutants because that's just his thing. And I want my essentially story is going to be taking things from Deadpool versus Old Man Logan and Night of the Living Deadpool. So as Wolverine and
comics name drop.
Yeah. So as Wolverine and Deadpool are on this road trip to stop Mr. Sinister together, the way that Deadpool is able to stop this virus from going off is he uses his own blood, and by him mixing his own blood, which has the ability to regenerate, he's able to simply stop the virus from going out. But in my last act of the movie, Mr. Sinister gains control of Charles Xavier, and he's going to use Charles Xavier's mind to essentially kill all the mutants that happens in Logan. Because by him controlling his mind, that's what was going to give him Alzheimer's. That essentially leads to the Westchester incident in Logan. So this is like 10 years before that.
So that's good. That's a good opening. We'll leave it for there. So Omid is now pitching a bridge movie between Deadpool 2 and Logan. So this is essentially like Logan or Deadpool 2.5 or like Logan 1.5. Yeah.
Good pick. Good choice. My movie is titled Deadpool and Wolverine versus Zombies. I have Deadpool on his assassin heist mission. What he doesn't know is that there's this zombie virus in this little canister. He fucks up. He opens it up. We get Marvel zombies. So the whole point of this movie is Deadpool with some surviving X-Men and Wolverine are trying to fight through this zombie outbreak where we see all the Marvel zombie characters. We'll see Spider-Man. We'll see Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. We'll see all these like Deadpool Storm. We'll see not Deadpool, Zombie Storm. We'll see all these zombie Marvel characters, and they're trying to get to... The whole point is for them to get to Tony Stark's lab, which is guarded by a bunch of Marvel zombies, to be able to jump to another universe to save themselves.
Very cool. So we got a multiversal time travel movie.
Obviously, for you guys, I think, not that it's wrong, I think you guys are pitching it already to essentially the MCU and the general audience. Mine is, I want to say farewell to the X-Men universe. So what I want to do with this was... essentially is going to be my team of X-Men, and this is going to be Deadpool, Cable, Domino, Wolverine, X-23, and Cyclops.
Thought a lot about this.
Yeah, I did. So the way that I say...
Wait, say your team again?
Cable, Deadpool, Domino, Wolverine, X-23, and Cyclops.
Of course you throw Cyclops in there because you gotta give it to him. You're
No, he's
pandering
no
to the
shit,
judge.
You did. No shit.
No, okay, so as I was saying,
I do like
I
Cyclops.
wanted to just get to the ending of the movie. The last act of my movie was, I said, Mr. Sinister gained control of Charles Xavier, and he's going to use his mind to kill all the mutants other than himself.
So X-Men 2.
No, it's not X-Men 2.
So X-Men 2.
No, this is leading up to Logan. It's leading into the incident. It's not. Because I'm leading to the actual event in Logan, because I don't know if you guys care, but I wanted to know what happened for the Westchester incident, and this is essentially the lead up to that. But the way...
This guy, remember?
The way
There's too many unanswered questions.
The way we're going to end this movie is Deadpool takes his time jump device from Cable. He goes to tackle Mr. Sinister, saying, "Oh, I'm gonna go back into like the caveman times to stop Sinister from ever doing this," and essentially wipe him from the face of the universe. But while he does it, he actually gets transported into the MCU.
Oh, so it's an MCU tie-in film, like
That's
ours.
the end of the movie. My end of the
But you
movie.
tie it into the MCU like we do.
No, I'm saying yours is you're having
that's
Marvel
inevitable.
zombies.
Wait. So he goes into the MCU only at the
The way
ending.
Sinister the way he stops Sinister is he tackles Sinister with his time jump device. Think I'm gonna take him to the past where he can't hurt anybody anymore.
Okay, so
While
he does a heroic sacrifice and gets trapped
sacrifice.
into the MCU.
Instead of going back in time, he gets trapped to the MCU.
So just for clarification, when he does that, it's only Deadpool coming into the MCU?
It's Deadpool and Sinister, because Sinister's gonna be the villain of the first X-Men movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're leaving all of the other X-Men behind.
Yeah. So that's where it ends, because the whole premise of this movie was Wolverine and Deadpool to get a drink in a bar together. But the way the movie ends is Wolverine goes to the bar waiting to get a drink with Wade. Wade never shows up.
So Wolverine's just a glorified cameo in your movie.
No, the whole movie's them working together to stop Sinister. The fuck?
Sounds like a glorified cameo.
No,
to
it's-
me
it's
if I've
a-
ever seen one.
What is your guys' story about other than just MCU fucking jerk off?
Mine's glorified cameos all around, but at least I'm honest about it.
I'm not.
Right,
Wolverine plays a big role.
I
in
have
this.
Marvel zombies, so we're gonna get zombie characters all around. It's gonna be really fun. You're pitching a
Yours
fucking.
been done before.
You're
Night of the Living
pitching.
Deadpool.
You're pitching. Okay. I love that movie. Tell me about it.
It's a fucking book. So I'm saying
it's a
with
comic
your
book.
budget,
The way that things are based off of in movies.
It's a 3-part story. How long is your movie gonna be? 6 hours?
No, it's not based off of
Good
that entirely.
So it's just
What do
gonna
you
be,
mean? Good point.
It's,
I didn't even know this existed.
yeah, that's the thing. You didn't do the research. You don't know Deadpool like I do. You don't know Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman.
Ryan
like
Reynolds,
I do.
there it is, boy.
Like I do.
Ryan Reynolds. You don't know Deadpool. You don't know.
Everyone go for a drink. He mentioned Ryan Reynolds. You can go for a drink.
Go for a drink. He mentioned Ryan fucking Reynolds.
Love the
I will
man.
tell you, Marvel Zombies versus Deadpool and Wolverine sounds like a blast. All right, your movie. First off, I almost fell asleep listening to your pitch, and it was
It's-
boring as shit.
it's
We're
not
watching
made
a
for the-
Deadpool movie.
It's not made for the general
It's
audience.
Deadpool and Wolverine. All right, well, you should love this. You should want to see this. This sounds so sad and depressing.
No.
I don't want to watch this. I know you don't want to watch this.
This is for the X-Men fans.
I want to see Deadpool and Wolverine kicking ass, killing a bunch of zombies. They're going to kill all these Marvel characters that you saw before. This is their farewell. This is their goodbye. You're going to see Beast sacrifice himself for no apparent
See,
reason.
it
He
doesn't
just-
make any
Is it a
sense.
farewell or is it
there's
a
no-
big fuck you?
It's a
Killing
big,
all of
it
these
is a
characters.
big
for the
fuck
people,
you.
For the people that like that.
Here's a big fuck you.
Big fuck you.
Yeah.
Also, if this is supposed to be the first like Fox movie in the MCU, right? If they're killing off all of these characters, how are they gonna ever expect to bring the X-Men in?
And how's Tony Stark in this?
Yeah, Tony Stark's already dead at this point.
No,
in the
no,
timeline.
this is not the MCU.
It's a different
This is
universe.
a different universe. He is trying to go to that timeline's Tony Stark to be able to jump to another universe to save the little.
So if I understand correct, you guys both have a similar ending where, because of time travel, they get knocked.
Not time travel.
Or
Universal
multiverse.
travel.
Yeah, so they,
Multiversal travel.
So they both get trapped in the MCU only at the end.
Yes.
And then yours is
Mine is they don't get trapped. They're trying to get in the
I
first
love
place.
his pick.
Yeah, it's a
I
good
will
one.
say this right now. I love it. Go ahead,
Also,
Nick. You have the floor.
my entire premise is based off of an existing comic idea. There is a comic right now where I don't know if you guys know this, but the X-Men are on this like island nation that they have claimed for all mutants that no one.
Utopia.
Is it called Utopia?
Yeah.
I think it's called Krakoa.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, it's
yeah,
Croatia.
yeah. No, Krakoa.
But yeah, like no one but like mutants are allowed on this place on this island, and Deadpool's trying to break in, but everyone fucking hates him, so they're not letting him in. So the entire comic is him just trying to over and over to get in, but he keeps failing, and it gets funnier and funnier. That's the premise for my movie.
Can
Trying
I
to
say,
get in. Keep
can
trying
I
to
say
get
what
in.
I believe?
Exactly, and
This-
eventually he does by going to the highest, like not the one above all, but the one above all, Mr.
Stan
Kevin
Lee, the
Feige.
ghost of Stan Lee.
Maybe.
I want to say this. I want to say this. It feels like you guys are pitching essentially the next Wreck-It Ralph, the next Free Guy, essentially the next movie in the Marvel Tentpole universe. Mine is I want it to be a farewell to the X-Men universe. If this is the last time we're seeing Hugh Jackman, I'm expecting to fucking cry. If you see Hugh Jackman go to
you
a
got
bar,
your crying fest during Logan. You don't
No,
need to
I
do
didn't.
that
I didn't.
one more
I-
time.
I
My
wasn't
movie
ready.
leaves the window open for him to come back at any
I
time.
don't want him to come back. I think
He does.
He's already getting old. You want him to say
Okay,
farewell.
you could have said that after Logan. I don't want him to come back yet. A
Well,
perfect
he's
goodbye.
already come
Yeah,
back.
perfect goodbye.
I can't change that.
That's what I'm saying now.
I also
Yeah, you
want
don't
to
need
point
him to
out
come back. So
a big flaw in yours is that they said that Logan is a different, like, whole different thing than Deadpool 3.
What do you mean?
They confirmed
did
that.
say
Yes,
they
yes, and
confirmed
they're not
it.
touching that. They're not touching that. So
Yeah, but
he's
you
not
wanna tie
dying
it
in
in.
this. He's not dying in this.
No,
so
that's
you
a
do
different
not
tie
touch
it
timeline.
in.
It's a different
That
story.
has nothing to do with this. I'm saying it leads up to it. I'm not touching the death of Wolverine.
Leading up to has a direct correlation to it.
It does. It's not. They're not saying they're changing anything. The whole thing was saying, "Oh, Wolverine's still dead." Wolverine is still dying by essentially X-24 in my story. I think this is just bridging the gap between Deadpool 2 and Logan because I want to see Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds interact with each other in the Fox universe, and we're gonna see Sinister that they've been teasing for like I don't know, fucking Apocalypse, fucking New Mutants, Logan, like 3 movies that they were teasing Essex, and he was never in it. For this, we're finally getting Mr. Sinister, and for yours, yeah, I think you guys just feels like it's gonna be a movie that'll be forgotten in 2 years. Mine is gonna be like the next Dark Knight. People are gonna say,
No.
"Wow, the chemistry between
You're
Ryan
not looking
Reynolds."
for the next Dark Knight in a Deadpool movie.
Yeah, you
all
might
right?
not.
Stop. Stop
I
it.
love the idea. He's saying his pitch is as good as Dark Knight. Not that it isn't, but I just love that the confidence there.
Yeah.
I
The
fucking
next
love
Dark
this.
Knight.
I put my soul on this. You want to see all that emotional beats. I don't want to see another fucking Free Guy. I don't want to see another shitty ass Thor Love. You pitched. No, yours
Go
is
ahead,
more
what did he
fun.
pitch?
Yours is like
What did
Thor
he
Love
pitch?
and Thunder.
What did he pitch?
Yours is like Thor Love and Thunder. More fun.
Wait,
Wait. Have you seen Thor: Love and Thunder?
What do you mean?
Have you seen it?
What do you mean?
Have
The
you
question is-
physically seen the movie?
I've seen clips of it.
Oh, come on.
I hate
fuck
Taika
outta
Waititi.
here.
I hate Taika Waititi. I don't like what we do
Do
in
we
the
drink?
shadows.
Do we drink?
That's a drink.
Oh, sorry.
Fuck it.
Soju.
Oh, you need another one?
Beer me.
Oh, is that empty?
No, well, we can drink soju right now. We'll finish the bottle. All three of us. But yeah, your pick.
Yours is just
It's
Night of the Living
boring.
Deadpool. Yours is just Night of the Living Deadpool, but not
it's
fun.
a can.
Your
And-
guys is all about saying a solemn goodbye. Mine's a happy welcome, an appreciation of what's happened already.
I like
Yeah,
that.
but what about the Foxman fans like me and Amir and all the people that grew up watching the
ice on my
Singerverse?
Oh, this.
They're
there's
not
ice
getting
on the
their
right
big
side.
the
farewell.
Fox
Yeah,
versus
but
Dead Man, let it die.
It is dead.
All
It is.
the
It
marbles
died,
are on the right
but
side.
Wolverine
All
never
the
died.
on the left side.
There should be a can on the
Wolverine
right side.
canonically died. He had a
I
whole
get it,
movie.
she already- the Modelo.
No, there should be a can on the right side with the ice.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
He literally had an entire movie where he
I
very
will-
famously died in the end.
I will
Yeah,
say,
we
your
don't need
pitch-
any more.
Your pitch is, I would say your pitch is definitely better than Owen's. I think Owen is fun, but
Mine's
like I said,
hilarious. Mine's fun. It's Deadpool. It's everything you want between Deadpool and Wolverine.
I-
Killing shit.
I will say, I think his has the best action potential.
I don't think so. I think
Because
I
they
don't
can just
think
go
so.
balls to the wall, kill everyone.
I don't think so.
Wait, so Nick, what does Omid have that's the best?
The best?
I
think it is a nice
snooze
farewell.
fest. Nap time.
Yeah.
I wanna be nice.
Coming from the guy who likes Batman. What the fuck? That's just 3 hours, and this guy gives that shit a
Whoa,
9.
whoa!
There you
You
go.
cannot disrespect Batman in my
Yeah,
presence.
sorry. Thank
sorry,
you. No,
bald
no,
y'all,
no,
bald y'all
keep
jokers
shitting
like
on it, asshole.
yeah,
Keep
bald
shitting
y'all
on
like
it.
the Batman.
yourself
I'm
a
making the
grave.
next. I'm making the next Dark Knight right now. I'm literally
you're
having.
not.
I'm having Hugh Jackman and my own.
Ties into your clothes.
You
here.
cannot
Right.
make
I will
the next
say
Dark
that-
Knight with a character that doesn't take himself serious.
Yeah, well, no, that's the whole thing about Deadpool. Deadpool is yes, he's a comedic joke, but they give him. He essentially goes through the most hardships than any superhero. The first one, he gets cancer. He has to leave Vanessa. He literally is too scared to even address her when he gets cancer. He's like, oh, she'll never accept me. Deadpool 2, she dies. So he's like, oh, he literally tries to kill himself. And you know what? He can't even fucking kill himself. He can't take the easy way out. He has to live. He has to keep pushing. That's the same thing with Wolverine. Their whole thing is they're going to outlive everyone that they've ever known. So for my Deadpool 3 story, I want it to be a farewell. Yes, I'm pitching it more for the Foxman people and the people that love these characters, mainly Deadpool and Wolverine, because yes, the MCU is cool, but mine will end with him getting into the MCU saying, like, oh my god, Wolverine will wait in the bar, finally liking Wade Wilson, saying, oh yeah, I'll get that drink for him. It's him and Sabretooth waiting in the bar as a reunion from X-Men Origins Wolverine. They're gonna get a drink together, but Wade never shows up. That's such a sad way to end the whole story. Yours is a joke.
Great
Yours
ending.
is like Walking Dead, but like not fun, and yours is like Thor: Love and Thunder. I feel
Also,
like.
again, have you seen Walking Dead past season 1?
I like Shane was
Yeah.
season 2. Shane was season 2, and Negan. Negan was fun. Negan was cool.
Yeah. You saw clips of that too, huh?
He got you. I don't think you've ever seen a full episode.
Little
pig,
Little Pig.
Pig,
Yeah,
little
take it like a
pig.
champ.
Yeah, uh-huh. You haven't seen that either, asshole.
Oh, go ahead.
Alright, I will say, Nick has a phenomenal pick. A phenomenal pick.
Thank you.
Omid, you... For my pick, I will say Deadpool and Wolverine versus Marvel Zombies sounds like a good-ass time. You talk about a send-off. Why does your send-off have to be so sad and depressing? Alright, we got Logan. We had our sad and depressing send-off. And we don't care enough about the other characters to want to have this sad and depressing send-off. It sounds like they're not even the forefront. So you
This is
say
a real
we're gonna,
send-off.
you say we're gonna have this send-off for all the Fox characters. You haven't mentioned any other character but Wolverine having a send-off.
He's the face of it.
You haven't mentioned any other character but Wolverine having a send-off. I'm giving you a fun movie, a great movie to say, you know what, Deadpool's back. He hasn't been here for a long time. We're gonna see Wolverine and Deadpool actually just be badass together. And for Nick's pick, it's a damn good pick. But I will say, too niche, too on the nose. Obviously, they're gonna do this kind of shit where he's with Kevin Feige. That's probably the movie they're doing. He probably got it right on the nose. Doesn't mean it's the best pick. All right,
Hey, Marvel, if it's true, send me a check.
Yeah, it's probably
Writing
the
credit.
pick
Give
because
him writing credit.
it's too easy and it's too obvious, and sometimes the easy way out isn't the best movie.
I agree.
That's good. Those are all really good points.
Kevin
Nick,
got
I'll have
it.
you finish off the round.
All right. When you think of Deadpool, you think of two things. Well, actually, no, you think of three things. A lot of blood, a lot of really funny, and breaking the fourth wall.
Lots of zombies.
True, it is zombies, but breaking the fourth wall, that's my entire movie. I'm really banking on that one aspect, right?
If that fails, the rest. Who
Because
knows?
not only is he hopping universes, he's breaking into the real world. How fucking awesome would that be? And the entire movie is just a huge love letter to Deadpool and Logan's friendship, because I'm pretty sure Logan does hate him in real life, and in reality.
Mm-hmm.
But like, How awesome would that be to see Wolverine and Deadpool constantly bickering like an old married couple while trying to break into the biggest superhero universe in history?
That was really good answers from everyone. What I liked is everyone had a very unique vision. Everyone had a very unique movie. So some of the good points that I wrote down is Marvel Zombies with Deadpool and Survivors jumping into another world.
You're on, Nick.
Deadpool Wolverine. Fun send-off, great cameos. That's good from Owen. We have Nick's breaking into the MCU and kidnapping Kevin Feige. Deadpool gets knocked out, but is it too on the nose? I'm not sure. And Omid, Deadpool 3 meets Logan, stopping Sinister. I wrote down in my notes, Cyclops is in it, question mark, question mark, question mark.
Yeah, you didn't bring him up again.
Fuck yeah. You didn't bring him up again, but he didn't mention it the first time.
And I think this is a really good round, and I think there's obviously one person that put a lot of thought into it, because I know we were talking about Wolverine and Deadpool, but to me there was only one movie that really kind of addressed that relationship, and I think what really got me was the No Last Drink. I don't know if you're pitching the movie was because I know Owen said he was bored. I wasn't bored, and I think even though not to spite cast you, because a lot of the points he made, I said those exact same things in my X-Men entering the MCU. And I got penalized for it because the MCU is not in it until the end.
That's right, you got the question wrong.
He didn't
you got
give
it
to
wrong.
me.
You didn't get it
He
right.
didn't give it to me.
And I was like, I can do that to Omid. But I was like, no, I'm going to be the better man because he put a lot of thought into it. One thing you guys didn't address that I thought you guys should have was the fact that he's touching Logan. Like, I know you thought about it a little bit, like he's answering the questions. And that's one of the best parts about Logan is that it's in the mystery. But you guys didn't really tackle that he's making a full-on bridge movie that answers everything. But I think no one addressed that. You put the most thought into it. You really cared about the characters. And
Dark Knight.
And even you had a very, I think, dramatic ending with Deadpool willing to sacrifice it all. And then he gets stuck into the MCU. And then you set it up to the first X-Men movie. Gotta give it to Omid. Gotta give it to
You're in a very good. I can see it being a what if episode. Yeah, that one's really good.
I would 100% watch that movie just for the action alone.
Yeah.
Sounds so fun.
Yeah, so that's round 3. We have 1 point across the board. Everyone's tied up, right?
Doing good.
So we have 2 more rounds before we go into sudden death. So now we're in the big leagues now.
Anyone pee break or are we good?
I'm good right now.
Everyone's getting no pee
Of course, I
breaks?
win the next 2 rounds.
Yeah.
And then we go into tiebreaker. Oh, it's like, yeah.
Second place, of course.
Exactly. So 2 points to win, 2 points to get locked into sudden death.
Yep.
And we're going to be moving on to round 4. So, we're looking at Fantastic Beasts, that franchise. It's seeming more and more like a failure than I think any of us thought. Ezra Miller, they're pretty much canceled now. And I wanted to ask you guys, I want to talk about... Huh?
You got their pronouns right too. Nice.
I did. I tried to.
That's good.
So I want to talk about the bigger, better brother. I want to talk about Harry Potter. So today, the question we're asking is, who is the best character in Harry Potter? There are so many good characters. You have 8 movies. You got 7 books. So I think we're restarting the cycle. Omid, we're going back to you.
So with the character I went with is, we watched these movies. I think it came out in maybe the early 2000s. So we watched these as kids. I don't know about Owen did, but I'm pretty sure you watched them as they came out periodically.
Yeah, grew up with them.
So we grew up with them. So I think when you watch this movie, there was one character that was universally hated by every kid, and that was Severus Snape. Severus Snape was literally such an asshole when you grew up watching these movies. He literally would do everything he could to literally slap Harry Potter, slap Ron, and fuck with Hermione Granger. They're like, oh, growing up as a kid, like, dude, Severus Snape is the worst fucking character that there ever was. But when you grow up and you see Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, you realize that, and also the Deathly Hallows, you realize that Severus Snape is not quite the bad guy that you think he is. Literally, you see with him, he always had Harry Potter in his best interest. He was doing all this. He was being a double agent. He put all of his reputation to be shitty, saying, oh, I'm going to put my life on the line. Everyone will hate me, but I'm doing the right thing. And I'll never get credit for it, but I'm totally fine with it because that's the right thing to do. Severus Snape is the best character in the Harry Potter franchise.
That's good. Owen, what do you got?
Look, when I heard this question, I knew I was going to lose the round. I hate Harry Potter with a passion.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
But I will say, the only character that I ever cared about after watching the movies that made me actually consider reading the book was Voldemort. I really liked him as a villain, and I used to watch. I remember I would watch these YouTube videos about like the way there was so much that was unexplained with him that was explained in the books, and I was like, holy shit, like this character is very cool. I would say Voldemort's a great villain. He really was like when you think of like great villains, he is like top 10. Like he is there for sure. And I will say Voldemort is the best character in that series.
That's good. Good picks. Nick, you can finish off. What was your pick?
What's his artsy pick? Do you have another bottle?
I get you. Soju's out.
Before I start,
Yeah.
is mine do you think mine's an artsy pick?
I don't think so. No, his answer's in the clear. It's a good answer. This, I think, if Bijan, if you're watching this, I think this would be your kind of answer.
My answer?
Yeah, I think Bijan picked that.
Oh shit! All right.
Who the hell did he pick?
Oh, extra pressure.
Lavender Brown?
No.
Who the fuck is that?
I don't know.
Who is that?
That's the character in part 6.
That's the
How am I supposed to know this?
You watched the movies?
for those of you
2
who
years
don't know,
ago.
it's the girl who drugged Ron.
I said that! Isn't that, you said the girl that drugs Ron?
Did you say that? I did not hear.
That's
you.
Lavender Brown!
That's your answer?
No.
Oh, you're good.
Oh.
I was like, you said something else.
No, that's not my answer.
Okay.
I just want to say. I
Wait,
think,
it was Lavender Brown?
Fuck you.
I just want to point out that I think it's really interesting. All of us picked like the villain, or like a villain.
Bellatrix Lestrange.
No, I was considering that, but I don't know too much about her.
Neither do
I
I.
picked Professor Dolores Umbridge.
Oh!
There we go.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good pick.
Who's
I
that?
just want to say
It's the villain in part 5.
The pink lady.
it's the pink lady who like tortures her students. I'll explain.
Okay,
Thou
yeah,
shalt
please.
not lie.
Oh, I
You
know
mustn't
her.
tell
She's the
lies.
bitch who's part of like the wizard like league or whatever.
Yeah.
Right?
One
Exactly.
mustn't tell
So-
lies, Harry Potter.
Both of these guys chose long-standing villains that get what 8 movies worth of lore. My character's introduced in 1 movie and immediately is the worst person you have ever met. Tortures students, manipulates the system, and honestly, if she was in the big battle of Hogwarts and I was there, I'd specifically look for the pink in the sea of black just to fuck her up. Okay? I would risk Azkaban just to fuck her up. I want her to feel all of the pain that she caused all the students.
Very good answers.
that
All around, all 3 villains, all good answers.
But I want to say this. I think the characters that you guys picked, yes, they are great villains. I would argue Umbridge might be more memorable than Voldemort. I think everyone knows Umbridge was so mean. She was such a terrible person. But I think
No one is
What-
more memorable than he who shall not be named.
He has a cool nickname,
Yeah.
but my bitch, man, she's
She
the
gets
fucking
shit done.
worst. You need 8 movies worth of hype just to make him look like a bad guy. She's on for 5 minutes making people scar their own hands.
I like that point.
I have seen all the movies once, and I have no idea who this bitch is other than the pink color. I remember Pink, and I was trying to pay attention during the movies. I really was. I don't know who this bitch is.
You were his character or no?
Oh, I love that guy.
You not know
That's
shit.
that's Die Hard.
But yeah. But Grabthar's hammer, you shall be avenged. But I will say
That's
for,
a good pick.
Yeah, I would say for your guys' picks, I think they were both great villains. But when I'm thinking of the best Harry Potter character, you would want to think what character has the best arc. Your character lives the villain, dies the villain. And Voldemort, yes, he's a very awesome villain. He is one of the most memorable movie villains of all time. I will never take that away from him.
Iconic.
He's iconic. But when you think of the best character, you want the character that's like, oh, you see them grow. Yes, it takes 8 movies to essentially see his arc. But you're growing with this character. As you're a child, you literally hate Severus Snape. You're like, dude, this is the meanest motherfucker that's ever lived. He hates Harry, he hates Ron, he hates Ron. But when you learn his true intentions that Albus Dumbledore actually gives less of a shit
True
to Harry
intentions-
Potter than Snape does.
I'm sorry.
What?
What are his true intentions? That he couldn't get over an ex-girlfriend that never loved him back?
He did, well, he did save the,
Can
he
you
saved the world.
say desperate and lonely?
He is, yeah, maybe he is. But he was a hero.
Does that make him a hero? Because he remembered his mother?
But he did it all to stop Voldemort. Remember?
Did he though?
And he saved Harry Potter. He saved the Chosen One.
Did
Yes.
he though?
Is he a simp? Is he
he-
a pussy? Possibly. Possibly. I'll give you that. Possibly. But is he a hero?
Stupid.
Definitely. Voldemort's a cool villain, but I think Tom Riddle. Maybe Tom Riddle's cooler in part 2.
You
You
got
don't
me
know
there.
that. You don't know that because you,
You got me there.
'Cause you don't
Tom
know.
Riddle, what is that? An anagram to Voldemort or something?
There you go. So he does know. He saw it. He saw it. He watched it once.
Look, I will say, really, really good pick. Voldemort is a great villain. I am a little buzzed now, I will say, so it's harder to argue this. To be honest, I came in here not prepared, and I was like, I'll watch a YouTube video about Voldemort before I start this. I didn't get a chance. So, in this battle, Nick, Your villain sucks.
Excuse me?
She sucks. I remember her vague memories from watching the series. She's annoying as hell. And just because you hate her, just because she's the worst person and the worst of the worst, doesn't make her a good character or the best character in an 8-series franchise.
It's a testament to the writing. The fact that she doesn't need that much screen time, and she's acted so well.
You could make a hateful character as easy as possible. It's hard to make a likable character. No shit, you can hate a character because you just
Did you
can
know
make it.
about Voldemort?
I'm talking about her.
Who's a likable character?
None of us. Oh, this guy's a little likable. I love this guy. I love this guy.
I've never agreed with Snape being likable. I think it's super creepy that he never let go of a crush after, 30 years?
Well,
Lily.
they make
He
you
was in
James
love.
Potter's a dick.
Dude,
Remember that James Potter?
Fuck
his
James
Patronus
Potter.
is
James
a symbol
Potter.
of
We
a girl
hate
that
James
never liked
Potter.
him back.
Huh?
His Patronus, his animal spirit, is a sign of a woman that never loved him back. That's so fucking creepy.
Nick. Always. Always. That is the best line.
Drink your
in-
shot, asshole.
Yeah. That had the best
You
line
too,
in.
Nick.
That,
Drink it.
For what?
You're too sober.
Fine.
that was the best line
That's good.
in the entire Harry Potter franchise. After Lily.
I beg
after
to
all
differ.
this
I think the most iconic line
Always.
is, "You're a wizard, Harry."
Nah,
You have
shit.
to go
He
on-
got you there,
I think
idiot.
the top 3 best lines. You're a wizard, Harry. The boy who's lived has
Oh,
come
so
to
you're
die.
going back on your statement.
Oh,
Always,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
always,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
always. Those are top 3 quotes. Everyone, I see people have actually tattoos and stickers on their car that says "always." No joke.
I would argue number 3 should be,
I was just about to say that. That was good. That was good.
your line. I don't even know what that fucking line is. I don't remember that line.
Because you don't know what it means
Rose.
to be Severus
That's
Snape.
good, too. Let's do
You like that?
What do you say?
Impression over here.
Oh, Rose.
That's good.
I have a good Alan Rickman.
I argue the only reason your character is quote-unquote iconic is because of Alan Rickman's nose and his voice.
His arc.
His nose?
You
Hold
don't-
on.
no,
Whoa. We're talking about noses and you didn't say Voldemort? Come on, man.
It's a arc. If you're thinking of the best character, I would say it has to be arc. It has to be intention. It has to be build up. If you're saying best villain, maybe it goes to Umbridge. Maybe most hateable, Umbridge by far. I would give up. But if you're thinking of the best character in the Harry Potter franchise, you want to think of a character that has an arc. You want to think of a character that has the intention. He literally dies by Voldemort at the end. And what does he do? He is still loyal to Albus Dumbledore, Lily Potter, and Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
But the
Yeah.
thing you keep saying about him being a creep, I don't see that as being a creep. He was a weirdo and a loser, but he was in love, and he was still able to find this love and passion for her son. You know, he was a good guy in the end. From what
After, physically abusing him for 8 years.
it happens.
It happens.
Bill's
yeah.
character.
Sure.
Oh my god.
Bill's character.
At least
Say
when my
more- say
character
more about
does it,
your
she owns
character.
up to it.
Say more about your character other than she was a bitch. All right, that's all I need so far.
I'm talking story time or storytelling economy. Or what's the term? Economy of
Agency.
not agency, but the.
Is that artsy? He's trying to find a word, man.
Go to drink.
Yeah. All right.
Artsy.
Dictionary.
Fuck you.
You guys are saying. You
We
guys
don't,
are,
we don't speak big words here. That's
yeah,
all
come
we
on,
do.
man. Is it good or bad?
They established the character in so little time. That's such good writing. I'm not talking about movie-wise. I'm talking book-wise too. She's not introduced till book 5?
Part 5.
Five, yeah.
Part
Part
5.
five.
Part 5
Hold
Golden
on.
Wind.
Phoenix.
He's talking about the book. That's pretty artsy.
Part 5 Golden Wind.
Is
Part
it though?
five.
It's based off of a book.
Yeah. No, it's not artsy.
I'm
But
fucking around, Nick.
yeah, I would say it's Umbridge is a great character. She's a great villain. But when you think of the best character, you want arc. You want development. Voldemort, I didn't hear you're so knocked out, dude.
I'm out, dude.
We're
I'm out.
going to our closer. I just want
Just close it out, please. Kill me.
Because I know you said your favorite scene or the best scene was
Always. But you know, can I give you a better?
Wait. All Rose.
so good. So, Owen, do you want to give your best scene
No.
for Voldemort?
Wait, Voldemort?
Yeah, for Voldemort.
I don't remember. What does he say? Give me a line.
Just do
The boy
fucking-
that lives has come to die.
Oh, Abracadabra!
Why is it so high?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Oh,
I don't remember.
He's a good. He's
No.
a.
I think you probably. Do you want to give a scene for Voldemort, or should I just go to Umbridge?
All Rose. Go to the next. I lost.
That's good. So Nick, we're gonna go into.
Dinner, you're talking about broad strokes for Umbridge. What is the best scene of Dolores Umbridge that you would want everyone to know? This is why she's the best character.
In an 8-movie franchise.
I want to say the scene where Harry gets attention and starts scrying on his own hand, but I'm gonna say it's her intro scene, where she's in the big hall and she like commands the room and it's super fucking awkward and like interrupts Professor Dumbledore, the headmaster. It establishes the status quo of like this is my school now.
Like I think she almost fired. I think she like pretty much fires or lets go Professor Trelawney.
Dumbledore himself has to step in and save this one teacher from being unjustly fired.
Yeah, and I think Owen, I think you're bowing out for this round.
Always.
So that is the end of round 4.
I mean, you break average.
We'll give you the pee break.
We'll get the pee break.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna say, you guys all picked really good characters. I think literally, I probably would have went in a different direction. I think if I were.
I thought you're a Neville Longbottom kind of guy.
No, fuck Neville.
What are you, a Hufflepuff?
No, I'm a Gryffindor. I think
That's your goddamn lie. You're a Hufflepuff if I've ever seen one.
No, I'm a Gryffindor. I think it'd be Hermione.
No, Hermione, that's my favorite character, but I would have actually went with Dumbledore.
Oh.
Because I think what is so good about Dumbledore, we were talking about this before, is, you know, when you see Snape, you kind of see him as this kind of terrible character, and then he evolves into like a very caring figure. But for Dumbledore, it's actually reversed.
Yeah.
So he's this father figure, you know, he's really caring for Harry, but then you see over time, it's like he's raising him as a pig to slaughter. So I was like, damn, that's really good. It's very much like a Charles, where it's like, oh, seeing them more as soldiers, using them as more as an item. So I would have went with Dumbledore.
I just want to say the one thing I didn't want to do was pick one of the main 3.
Yeah, no,
I think that's a cheap shot.
Yeah,
because they're the
it
main.
would be hard to
fucking
argue for like Ron. I think he's like he's
Ron's a pussy.
He's no.
Ron's a big pussy.
Ron's a pussy. We're all pissed that he got with Hermione.
I agree. Ron and Harry.
Yeah,
Or
so-
Harry and
Ron and Harry.
No, Harry and
Hey,
Hermione.
I stand that, baby.
Yeah.
Hey, I stand that, baby.
Yeah,
Come on.
Harry and Hermione.
So all 3 were good, very good answers. And I think, you know, when you see Snape, like, oh, everyone knows he's a very tragic character, has an amazing arc. Lord Voldemort, you said it. He has a name for his anagram. I think that's all you said. I think that's all you said.
I know.
Yeah, but you did have a god tier impression. That was great. You had a really good Snape, and you had a very good Voldemort. So I think you guys both had very good points there. Dolores Umbridge, I think she's an amazing villain. And I think, Bjorn, you guys are watching this. I think you guys would also choose that character. You know, you said you would risk going to Azkaban to
Fuck her up. Fuck her
Why
up.
didn't you pick Sirius?
Because Sirius doesn't have as much screen time, and I feel like
Sirius Black has less screen time than this pink bitch.
She's like
I
in
could be
all.
wrong.
No, I wouldn't be surprised actually. She's
Really?
like in all of 2
She
or 5. Sorry,
all of
5.
5.
All of 2.
She's
Okay.
in all of 5, and she plays not a big part, but she has a Horcrux in one of the later movies.
Yeah, in 7 or 8.
And like,
She's actually in like the
bank.
the corrupt
Bank.
power. Yeah.
and if I chose Sirius Black, I would have been more focused on Gary Oldman's performance and the actual character.
Yeah.
So just for the sake of like making it a more well-rounded argument.
I agree.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna pick Cedric Diggory, honestly. I was like, oh, that's a great character too.
There's not enough to him.
I
Yeah.
don't
He
agree.
literally- He dies.
Who's
he
that?
dies. Batman.
Robert Pattinson.
Yeah,
Oh
They-
my God!
I don't
my
understand
God.
the blind love for Cedric Diggory. He
He's
was
not
there,
into it.
he died. He was kind of a dick in the middle of that, but then he wasn't. But like, who fucking cares? He died.
I agree. You got to move on from Cedric. So between round 4, it's between Snape and it's between Dolores.
I feel like I just lost a lot of points with all of the viewers because I said I hate Cedric Diggory.
Possibly. We all agree with that.
I think he's
Get in the
overrated for
comments.
sure, but he had a cool moment.
He is the Batman, though.
Unfortunately.
He's also really good
Fuck
in
you
tennis.
guys.
So I think with this round, it's just so close. Like, you have the abusive teacher, but when you grow up, you understand him more. You see what was on the line. Tragic hero, best arc. Is he a pussy?
Possibly.
Dude, first off, you said great teacher, and you gave about 19 good points for Severus Snape, or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go Snape. I think that's the easier pick to argue. Yeah.
I want to say I'm so glad I didn't go up against you. I don't want to fight against
Dumbledore
Dumbledore.
went hard.
That's
Yeah,
a really good argument.
That's a good answer.
That's a really good answer.
Yeah.
So I would have loved to fight in that one.
Damn
I
it,
mean,
that's
yeah,
a good
Dumbledore
point.
is literally just a flip of Snape. It's great.
Yeah, it's a very good character.
And then if you watch the Beast one, maybe it gives you even more.
So the scores we have only 2 points. You got 2 rounds back to back. I thought you weren't gonna make it even to 1. We have Owen, he's at 1. We have Nick at 1. We're on round 5. The last.
Wait, Omid's in?
Oh, you need to go pee, right?
I need to take a few breaks.
Let's take a quick break. I gotta go piss and go get more beer. Yo, Wizard Harry.
I mean, I would understand if we did Harry Potter.
The has come to die.
Sorry, we gotta come to you now.
What are your thoughts on the previous rounds? Go to round 1. What was your thoughts?
Yeah,
on
round
our
one
picks?
is-
Commentary.
So when Omid, for the last 2 rounds, for round 1 and 2, I was like, shit. I thought Omid sent the weakest answers, and I was right. So when for round 1, when I was looking at who sent the weakest answer, before the fight, I thought Omid sent in the weakest one.
What was it again? Sorry.
It was a TikTok.
Exactly.
You couldn't even remember it. So that one I knew, and I was like, all right, I was right about that, thinking it was weak. And then even Kick-Ass 2, I think you did a good job, but you could have argued it harder.
It was a hard. There's less to talk about. I think
Yeah, I think what it was, it didn't hurt you. Their movies hurt them.
Yeah.
So they were able to talk about it more.
Number 2 or X-Men
You
Dark
could have done
Phoenix.
Dumb and Dumber 2. That's a good pick for
But
you.
you now you have seen it.
I have seen it.
You have?
I haven't
Yes.
Oh, I should have picked it. I should have picked. I
think-
told Amir that was my original answer, but I was like, oh, I want to pick a movie that's a bit easier to talk about because you haven't seen it.
Yeah, no, I agree with that because like it's really hard, even like filming episode wise, like behind the scenes. Don't include this. It's hard to like counter argue if you haven't seen the movie.
Yeah, because like for Prisoner, I haven't seen it, but I have a decent knowledge of the Pacific Rim universe as compared to Transformers.
Shut the fuck
Like,
up, man.
I know
And we're back, guys. We're back from our pee break. Everyone is good. Everyone's recharged.
everyone's empty.
Dora.
Empty. And we're here. Quiet!
Quiet.
Fuck off.
So we're here.
You just
We have
started the show.
I
You haven't
Show
earned
that.
it yet.
That was Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai.
I told you we'd be hearing it for the next few months.
Cringe.
So
Dora.
we have 2, we have 1, and we have 1. We're on our last round before sudden death.
Bring us the last
And here, this is a blind fight. I haven't told any of them this question.
This is the round that has me the most nervous. 'cause
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't know what the
happy. I
fuck is
got my
coming.
point already. I'm
Yeah,
good.
good.
I'm good.
So this is a blind fight. They do not know the question. They're going in blind. And this one is I'm basing off of She-Hulk. So as we all know, we're all on that She-Hulk binge.
Hashtag She-Hulk binge.
Exactly, and I love that we're able to we're seeing her everyday life. They're taking focus on that aspect over superhero antics.
Quick note: if you haven't seen it, fucking watch it. If you're one of those bros who's like, "Oh, it's a girl show," fuck you.
Yeah,
It's a
I
good
agree.
show.
I agree,
It's
man. It's really good. It's really fun.
It's honestly my favorite Disney Plus show.
Yep.
So my question
I'm
is,
4 episodes behind, but this is the I
It's really
haven't watched a Disney Plus show in forever,
It's
and I'm
super
actually watching this.
It's
one.
fun.
It's funny.
I've watched.
It's 22 minutes, and I don't have to think about it.
It's
It's
so
great.
light-
Yeah,
Tatiana- but, like-
Tatiana Maslany is just super fun.
Honestly, fantastic actress. Watch Orphan Black.
so my question is now we're on that She-Hulk binge. I wanted to ask you guys, which DC character should get their own rom-com? So we're seeing that with She-Hulk.
That is my question.
Okay.
So whenever you're ready to ring in, you can go for it.
Can I go first?
Go ahead, Nick.
So we're starting with Nick.
You guys fucking saw this coming. You know I'm a Nightwing fan.
Oh,
Nightwing, the biggest fucking whore in the entire DC universe. Alright? Canonically gets with Batgirl,
I think
Starfire.
Since he mentioned Nightwing, I have to take a drink. This guy's the
Is
biggest
that
Nightwing.
that's not pretentious.
That's the biggest Nightwing guy I know.
That is pretty pretentious, liking Nightwing. Come on, man.
Not pretentious. I
It's an
respect
homage.
him.
Is
It's
it
an homage. He
Is
loves
it
Nightwing.
pretentious? You know what? It doesn't matter. We're drinking.
All
This
right.
is, I've never met anyone that likes Nightwing or respects Robin more than Nick.
Yeah.
Dick Grayson is the
Yeah.
best
Who
Robin.
the fuck-
Original and the best.
Okay.
An argument could be made for Tim Drake, but I'm not accepting those.
And Jason.
So we have Nightwing.
He's way better as Red
so
Hood than
you
Robin.
You were saying that he's been with Batgirl, and then you can go ahead and finish with your.
I will do that as soon as I take the shot.
I have my answer.
You do?
Yeah.
Owen go last. Oh, I know you're the most inebriated, so I'll give you the most time.
Please.
I already mentioned he's the biggest whore in the entire DC universe. Canonically has the best ass.
It's true.
It's true.
It's canon.
Every chance they get, they will show off Nightwing's ass. He's an acrobat. It looks fantastic,
Man,
and he's
he-
in spandex.
He's an astrobat.
Jesus Christ.
Astrobat.
Again, canonically gets with Batgirl, Starfire. So many other people. I think he gets with Huntress. He fucks Harley
Can I go
Quinn
next?
in a recent
next.
show, in a recent movie.
Nice. I didn't know he was with Harley Quinn.
He was in a. It was
I
a.
gotta go
It was a
Fuck
movie.
you.
Batman and Harley Quinn. He.
Oh, yeah, that was a good
yeah.
one. I love
she,
that movie.
She ties him up, and they fuck.
I don't know if I love
Batman
that movie.
and Harley Quinn?
Yeah,
That's
Batman
a
and Harley
fun one.
Quinn.
Yeah,
That's a
like
really fun
there's a twin song. I forgot what it
Yeah.
goes, but that was a cool one.
Anyway, back to my argument.
Yeah, sorry.
He's also the most well-adjusted of all of the Robins.
We'll say that for that when we open it up. So we got your pitch.
Okay.
We got Nightwing. That's good. Best ass, and I literally wrote down biggest whore. And who's next?
I'm next.
Okay.
So I think when you're thinking of these rom-coms, you kind of essentially want your everyday Joe, your
Fuck
average
you.
Joe.
Fuck.
And the person I'm going with Booster Gold. I think Booster Gold would be the perfect character for a rom-com because Booster Gold, if you've seen Justice League and Justice League Unlimited, you can see he's kind of like the super cool guy, but also like a loser. So you can imagine him going on all these terrible first dates. I think as a rom-com, that'd be the most funny because Booster Gold. I'm not sure of his power. It's like is it like Green Lantern?
I have no fucking clue.
So exactly.
All you need to know is essentially Booster Gold is a very confident, cool guy that essentially bad luck always happens to him. I can just see amazing first dates with him, and it'll be a great show. Booster Gold.
It's a movie.
That'd be fun.
A movie? I thought it was a show.
I think it could work out.
I thought it was a show.
Oh, yeah,
What?
it's a show.
Either way,
That's fine.
right? Either way.
Doesn't matter.
Either way.
Doesn't matter.
I think both of them are pretty cool picks, but just right off the bat, no one wants to watch a movie where the guy's getting the girl automatically. You know, you're not watching a movie about, he's getting all the hot chicks. This guy, you're going to get annoyed with him because he's going to be the pretentious asshole who thinks he's the shit. No one wants to see that. I'm going to get dude, none of us get girls. We're all losers here. Who else is a loser that never gets girls? Beast Boy. We're going to get a Beast Boy rom-com movie where we're like, dude, holy shit, you've got no riz, no game. But you're going to see his arc all the way up to where he finds the girl that's actually with, the girl he actually wants to be with, Tara from Teen Titans.
Oh.
We're going to see that play out. And because we want him to get the girl, but we know that he's so awkward and he can only be like, he's only himself when he's with Cyborg. So we'll get the whole Teen Titans in this movie or show, whatever it is. Yeah, but we're going to get this boy, Beast Boy, playing throughout all these different dates where he's awkward. We're all awkward. We're going to relate to that heavily because it's a bunch of fat fucking nerds watching this, right? We're going to all watch this and realize, holy shit, I'm Beast Boy.
That's great. I thought Owen was dead in the water from this.
That's a good one.
That's a good pick.
God damn right. That's a good pick.
But I would say that I'm surprised you went with Tara and not honestly Raven because
Yeah.
the new meta is Raven and Beast Boy. So I think that was a misstep.
Yeah, like in
on
the
your
show.
part.
Hey, guess what? Guess what?
It is Tara.
Guess
You
what?
changed it-
Guess
you
what?
changed
Guess
it.
what?
Raven.
It's Raven now.
Yeah,
It's Raven now. Who gives a shit? Nothing's in concrete.
Yeah.
Nothing's
changed
for
it.
sure.
You
This is
changed
all.
it.
Maybe
this
it's
is all early production.
will they,
You can
won't
do it,
they?
right?
He wants to be with Tara, but Raven's giving him
Oh,
hints.
love triangle.
Raven's giving him hints.
Love triangle. Hold on. If we're talking love triangle, why not bring in Starfire and Batgirl?
I agree,
The
dude.
two most iconic redheads in all of comic books.
I agree, dude. Preach it, man. Preach it.
Great. Nightwing's gonna get the two hottest girls in the DC universe. Great. We all want to see that.
Oh my god.
It's not a will they, won't they, or love triangle. It's who does Nightwing want? Who is he gonna choose for that night?
Obviously, you're not a Nightwing fan because there's so much more to it.
I think if you watch Nightwing in Harley Quinn, you can see they can make Nightwing kind of like a lovable bitch. And I don't know if that's what you're gonna play, but
No,
just like
I don't want serious Nightwing for this.
Yeah.
I want Nightwing from Harley Quinn where he's kind of a bitch.
yeah, I agree.
It's
I
so
agree.
funny.
Yeah, and
No,
as-
kind of a bitch is not likable. All right, if I'm gonna watch a TV show or a movie, we've seen that with the Disney Plus shows. They have to be likable for us to even have our focus on that.
The category was rom-com, romantic comedy.
Yeah, because I
Nightwing.
love watching a comedy where I hate the main character.
oh my god. Well, I would say this. I think between our three characters, I think
Who's your pick again?
Booster Gold.
Oh, God.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
Fuck,
okay.
exactly.
Booster Gold can deliver the comedy the best out of these characters.
We have the most famous of all the Robins, and arguably one of the most famous of the Teen Titans, and then Booster Gold.
Yeah.
Someone who's really deep cut. Who's gonna fucking
He-
watch that?
And look at the Guardians. The Guardians are the most deep cut you'll ever get in the universe of
But do
Marvel.
you really think you can get James Gunn to direct your project?
Oh no, I don't need James Gunn. I don't want James Gunn. I don't
He's
want
gonna
Taika
get Zack
Waititi.
Snyder.
I like Zack Snyder. That sounds good. But I think we're gonna go a bit more.
Dude, Booster Gold is a pretentious asshole who sees
not.
himself as bigger than he actually is. No one wants to see a show about
Booster
that
Gold
guy.
is like Yamcha. Booster Gold is a fucking loser who thinks he's
Shut
cool.
up.
He's
I know what
Booster
you're doing.
Gold.
I know what you're thinking. Yamcha's his favorite character in Dragon Ball.
Other than Ginyu.
If anything, Booster Gold is the guy who has the popped collar and the fucking fedora.
And
No,
yeah,
literally.
he gets no girls. How funny is that to see?
Why would
this
you
guy-
root for that guy?
Yeah, you're not rooting for.
Because you're laughing with him.
Okay, you're out of this, idiot.
Fuck you. Fuck you. I'm not out of
As
this
for
shit.
the Nightwing movie / TV show, whatever it is, no one wants to see the hot guy win. All right, that's not what we're looking for. None of us are the hot guy
rom-com
winning.
has to do with the hot guy.
Yeah, see, I'm gonna have to disagree with this. you're essentially putting Nightwing on this pedestal. But
He is on this pedestal. Dude, DC's greatest ass, right? DC's greatest ass. He said it.
That's great.
Look, man, we're not trying to see a god on the screen, right? We want to relate. Who's more relatable than this teenage kid?
See, people don't want to see Beast Boy.
Everyone wants to see Beast Boy. Everyone loves Beast Boy. He's the everyday guy. He actually is. He even as a superhero, he's ugly. He's green. He's this weird color. He's already different. We all have these differences between other people.
I'm sorry.
We feel like we relate to him now.
So your whole thing is ugly and green and a rom-com?
That's not my whole thing.
She-Hulk!
Shrek?
Oh my god! He's making
It's already happened.
Yeah, he's making She-Hulk, bro.
And you know how good Shrek was. 4 films.
Let's be real.
4 films.
She-Hulk's pretty
6
hot.
seasons in a
No,
movie.
She-Hulk. I think he's pitching a shitty She-Hulk spin. I think with I would say between you two.
Dude, Nightwing isn't anything other than just like glorified porn. All right, at this point, he's gonna get whatever he wants. Nightwing's gonna get all the girls, and it's like, dude, why would I watch this?
I'm not
there's nothing
opposed
It's
to
like
here.
a Ryan Reynolds.
There's no substance.
It's like a Ryan Reynolds picture. It's like Just Friends.
I'm not opposed to a DC 50 Shades of Grey featuring Nightwing.
I think with Beast Boy, cause are you doing Terror or are you doing Raven?
You can tie this into your closing right now.
Yeah, second season or movie where Beast Boy has to choose the girl. Because I think you know what? Fuck it. In my movie or series, he's after Tara, but Raven is always the girl who's there for him. And he realizes that at the very end, and it ends up with Beast Boy and Tara. But at the entire time, you know, while he's going for Tara, he's on these other dates. He's awkward as hell. He's exactly how we are on dates. We're all awkward. We can relate to him. We're like, holy shit, I do the same thing as this superhero. And we're going to see him interact with the rest of the Titans. We're going to see a great cast. We're going to see a great supporting cast for him and his arc. He's going to be, his best friend Cyborg is going to be there supporting him
But
with
the
all
Beast sex scenes are gonna be disgusting.
We don't get sex scenes. It's not rated R, idiot.
Is he gonna turn into like a horse or a gorilla? What are you gonna do?
Obviously a gorilla.
I think they pitched both very fun movies or shows. I think when you want to think of a rom-com, the comedy is a big aspect to it. Yeah, Booster Gold's gonna be a very attractive guy. We're gonna get a Ryan Reynolds character, honestly, maybe even Armie Hammer. I think.
What the fuck? You're out of here.
I mean, cannibal.
Cannibal.
No, we're going from bestiality to cannibalism?
Well, he's pitching a bestiality. He's literally having Beast Boy and fucking Terra.
No, exactly.
Mine
Why
is-
I bring up bestiality?
Yeah, so mine is like.
gonna change into an animal in the middle,
R,
man.
I'm saying he's gonna be probably gonna be a horse throughout all of it.
You're done, Omid. You're cut off.
No, I'm not
You're
cut
cut
off. Wait,
Dude, you're gonna make us
answer.
cut out a fight again. Please stop.
Booster Gold's great.
All right.
What do you got?
In all seriousness, your argument was who's always there for him? What more than a childhood love, right? Nightwing grew up with Batgirl. They were always a will they won't they, and now they finally get together. Everyone wants it.
How boring. How obvious.
Every rom-com ever. They're always predictable. Are you kidding me? It's a rom-com.
Why do you have to be the predictable and basic rom-com?
Predictable doesn't mean bad.
Sorry, you keep talking next.
Yeah, so
Sorry.
you can finish
That's how
off with
we-
your last
Yeah.
couple of thoughts.
Predictable doesn't mean bad. Also, he's the funniest of all the Robins. He's known for being a wise ass, which will lead to the comedic aspect. Romance is obvious. Again, biggest horror in the DC universe, and that doesn't mean we can't have dramatic moments. He's also has angsty moments. It's in the comics. Titans, the TV show, is everything.
You don't
Fucking angst. Everything I don't want, but it is angsty, so you
And
have
that is the
that.
end of round 5.
Rider doesn't mean a bad rom-com. That's not like, oh,
What'd
you
you
have
say?
to be an ugly
What the
guy.
fuck did you say?
So they have to be ugly for a rom-com? I don't agree with that.
Beast Boy's not ugly.
No, he is.
He's average, and that's what I want.
God.
That's what I want.
That's the end of round 5. That was really good. I think you enjoyed that round too, Lisette. That was a really good round.
I think two of us had really good arguments.
You did.
And then Omid, you were
And then
there
Omid
for
was
us.
there.
Booster Gold is good!
Either Omid really wins or he really loses. That one,
Booster Gold was so good!
it was a good answer, but you had Armie Hammer in there.
Considering he has the most points out of all of us, I think,
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
glad
that
he
he
had
has the
a
worst
shitty.
argument.
That's a good thing he had a shitty pick.
Yeah,
Booster Gold is good! You were so lucky your other ones were good, because that was not it.
So this is between Owen and Nick, and man, you guys both had really good arguments. Beast Boy, loser with no game, average.
No Riz. No Riz.
Well, you said Raven was essentially like his Gwen Stacy from like Terror Story, and she's like the one that's always there. She's hoping to get with him, but he wants to go with Terror, so that love triangle was really good. And then you were talking about Nightwing. Oh, he's a loser in Harley Quinn, but he's funny, but he's hot.
So you were
Was
saying
he in
he's a
season
guy.
3? Is that what you're talking about?
He's barely in it, but he
Okay, because
I
I haven't
really
fin-
like
I
it.
haven't finished season 3 yet. That's why.
He's in episode 2.
Of season 3?
Yeah.
I've only seen the first episode. I haven't gotten there. When I say I haven't finished, I haven't started.
Dude, he's such a bitch, and I love it.
I've only seen episode
He's like, I want to
1.
die. They're not dying fast enough.
This is a really good round, but I think based on the arguments, I think you were saying what you want to see in a rom-com, and I think you do want to see the love triangle. You do want to see the underdog get with the girl. So I think I gotta go with Beast Boy. That was really good. So now we got Omid and Owen and sudden death. We're tied 2 for 2. Nick, you'll help me be a judge for the sudden death rounds now that you're out.
Stay here, or do you want me to...
You're good to stay there. You're good to stay there. So this is gonna be you two guys.
I gotta go piss and go get more beer.
We are back after our second pee break, and now we are in sudden death. It's Owen versus Omid, 2-2, tied it up. And this is submitted from Alvin. Actually, Alvin wasn't able to come in.
Alvin.
Rest in peace to the goat, Alvin.
He's up in NorCal. He's attending his cousin's wedding. So this is from Alvin, and this is a question. This is an F, Marry, Kill DC edition. All right. So I'm gonna give you the actors, and then you're gonna ring in with your name first. All right. So let me finish off the names, and then you ring in. Okay.
Yes.
Wait, ringing for what?
F.
This is
F,
F,
Marry,
Marry,
Kill.
Kill.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, and this is
Nice,
DC edition, right?
nice.
So again, this is from Alvin. F, Marry, Kill, Jared Leto, Amber Heard, and Ezra Miller.
Oh wait.
Oh, you're first.
Okay. You said Jared Leto, Amber Heard, and what was the other one?
Ezra Miller.
Ezra Miller. I will fuck Ezra Miller. I will marry Amber Heard. I will kill Jared Leto.
Jeez, all right.
Really?
So okay, so Omid's ringed in. Let me just get that. Sure. So it's F.
Ezra Miller. Marry Amber Heard.
F. Ezra Miller?
Kill Jared.
So how
Leto.
different does it have to be? Can we have the same
Just,
fuck?
only one needs to be
No,
different.
it can't be the same. It can be similar. Just it has to be different.
One has to be
At
different.
least one.
Okay. Then I'm gonna go the opposite. I'm gonna fuck Ezra too, but I'm gonna kill Amber Heard and marry Jared.
Okay, so kill Amber, marry Jared.
Alright, you
All
want me
right,
to
so
go?
Omid's gonna go first. I'm gonna first time. You have 30
Did you say
seconds.
marry Amber?
I did.
No shot, you did.
Yeah. So it's
All right, so I'm gonna give you 30 seconds when you're
so
ready.
is it 30, 20, 10? I forgot. Is it,
30, 20, 20.
Okay, okay.
Come on, man.
No, because I was watching movie fights recently. Okay, so I say fuck Ezra Miller because I'll go kill. I killed Jared Leto because Jared Leto gave us Morbius and he gave us also the shittiest the Joker in the existence of the universe. Marry Amber Heard because I think she's very attractive and she would have gotten therapy by the time I got with her, so she will be a better person. Fuck Ezra Miller. Ezra Miller's crazy, so you're gonna have a fun time in bed.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he's gonna bring the fun. Jared Leto, he gave us Joker, dude. Get rid of this guy. Morbius, what the fuck? We don't need that shit.
All right, time. Owen, ready when you are. 30 seconds when you start.
Fuck Ezra because a crazy fuck is a good fuck. Kill Amber Heard because she's gonna sue me or take everything from me, and then marry Jared Leto because he may be a piece of shit, but he's a piece of shit to women. I'm a man, and when I'm married to him, he's gonna give me all his money. We're gonna share money. And we're gonna have live a long, beautiful life and adopt many children. It's gonna be a beautiful thing. Ezra, obviously, easy fuck, right? Amber Heard, she's gonna fuck us over in the end. If he's gonna be with Amber Heard and marry her, another trial, the trial of Omid and Amber. It had to have been 20 seconds.
That was 30. That was 30. You're good. All right, Omid, you have 20 seconds when you're ready.
That was good. I don't know why you'd want to marry Jared Leto because Jared Leto is so pretentious that your entire life will become. You'll be dealing with a pretentious person. That he'll make every argument you'll ever have. He'll take the high ground. He'll be a very annoying person to deal with. He'll essentially he'll be the world like Gucci. He'll be a fucking asshole. He'll ruin your life. There's nothing fun. At least Amber Heard is hot. She'll
That's
be with
funny.
a therapist. You'll be a
That's
better
20.
person.
That's 20 seconds. All right, Owen, you have 20 when you're ready.
Nothing says ruining your life more than a lawsuit that's all over America. All right, Amber Heard will ruin your life actually, financially, and you won't have the same lawyers that Johnny Depp had because you're a poor piece of shit. All right, you're gonna get screwed over by Amber Heard. She's gonna fuck you over. And with Jared Leto, he is a piece of shit towards women. I'm a man, and I don't have very much color on my skin, so even more.
All right, Owen, you have your last 20 seconds. So you guys both didn't talk about Ezra because you guys both agreed Ezra. Crazy fuck is a good fuck.
So
I would also do that. I know my opinion's not valid, but I would also do
No,
that.
yeah, all of us would.
So Omid, you got 20 seconds. You're right now. Owen has the.
this is a controversial take, but I believe Johnny Depp and Amber Heard both had problematic parts of that relationship. That was a very toxic relationship. I don't believe that Amber Heard is a terrible person inherently. That was a toxic relationship. She can be better. She can learn to be different. Jared Leto, he is a pretentious person. You've seen all the way he talks. He believes himself to be a god. Having that as a relationship, that will just lead to the terrible arguments, terrible person, terrible.
All right, 20 seconds. Owen, 20 when you're ready.
Both Amber Heard and Jared Leto are terrible people, but Jared Leto is a misogynist. And like I said, against a man, he won't be as bad towards me. With Amber Heard, it will get bad. Even if they're both toxic, I'm not going to be toxic, but Amber Heard will be the same girl that she is, and she will still get me in a lawsuit. She will still frame me for a bunch of shit, and she'll ruin my career at Costco. All right? She's going to fuck me over real bad.
All right, that's 20 seconds. Here, Nick, what are your thoughts?
Ooh, good arguments all around. The biggest thing that stood out to me is both of you mentioned how Amber Heard would kind of screw you over. That's assuming you guys are rich enough to screw
I
over.
said she'd be different. She'd have gone to therapy by then.
But that's
Yeah,
assuming she would go to therapy.
Come on, man. Come on.
But you also bring up a really good point of Jared Leto's Messiah complex. That would be really hard to deal with.
Yeah.
That would be
So
really hard to deal
of the
with.
two, who are you leaning more towards? Who had a better argument? Because I have an answer. I'm curious what you thought.
Can you remind me of your standings again? Just because I was focused on the arguments, not this like.
Oh,
Replacements.
I was fuck Ezra,
Kill
Amber,
Marry
marry Jared.
In that case, I would side with Omid.
Yeah. So, Lizette, I'm guessing you're siding more with Owen.
Unbiased, Lisette. Be unbiased.
No, I am unbiased. That was my original thing. Even though we're very similar, I hate Amber Heard. She's a bitch. I love Johnny Depp. That's why I would kill her in an instant. Fuck Amber, bro. What
So
the
that's
fuck?
1-1.
Johnny Depp also has a great reputation.
I agree.
He's the nicest fucking guy. Anybody who works with him can say that.
I agree.
And he lost so many
I agree.
things. and they
She's
were
getting to the movie fight too.
Yeah.
She would have been better by then.
Shut
By
up!
the time
That's
she
what
comes to me,
Hey,
by the
I
time
could
she
change
gets to
her.
me,
I could
I
change
can
her.
Literally, I can change her.
So
I can, like, people don't change.
I think probably answer-wise, I would have been more on Owen's side, but based on the arguments, I'm going Omid.
oh my god, what?
Owen's answer, he said the exact same thing three times in a row. I was like, dear God, please, Owen, don't say, I'm a man. He won't treat me bad. I'm a man. And he said, oh, she's gonna read
It's true, idiot.
It's true, but the
Jared
argument.
Leto has a literal cult.
He does.
He worships him.
He believes in God.
That's so fucked
That's
up.
Omid. Omid round. Only 3-2 right
I did
now.
not think that was going to be.
No, I agree with that. It was a little
Yeah. So now, all right, round 2. All right, this one, I'm just gonna. It's not a this or that. It's a creative, or it's just an answer to the question. Pretty much, I guess you ring in with your
Before
name.
we start the round, may we?
Shit, dude.
Wait, there's significantly less alcohol in yours.
There was someone thinking less
I'm about
about
8 beers in, Nicholas. Please give me a break.
Fine.
He weighs more than me, so this is hitting me harder. I feel like.
All right, so round 2. Okay, ring in with your name. What is the best part about Star Wars Episode 9?
Omid.
Okay, and you can't say it's the end that it ends.
The fight scene between the fight scene of Kylo Ren and Rey against Palpatine.
Okay, so the ending fight, Owen.
When fuck, what's his name?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Kylo Ren?
Fuck you.
No,
Palpatine?
the pilot with Chewie.
Poe?
Oh, Lando.
When Lando shows
Oh
up with the
my
entire fleet,
God.
with the entire fleet.
Oh.
Okay, so when Lando comes in with reinforcements at the end. Owen, you ring in first, so you have to go first. 30 seconds when you're ready.
Star Wars Episode 9 isn't a good story. Well, the only thing it's got is that cool action at the end. When you see Kylo Ren come in and fight the Knights of Ren, which were shitty, you see him do cool lightsaber fights. You see Rey pass him off the lightsaber. That's epic. And people have made edits of that with I Need a Hero, and that edit is fucking badass. You see Rey take on Palpatine, where she's blocking the lightning, and it's really badass. The movie isn't going for the story, so I'd say if you're going for action, which that movie is, that delivers on it.
All right. 30 when you're ready.
The scene where Lando comes in with the entire fleet is it literally gave me chills. I hated the movie, but seeing him come in with all these people knowing that there's still a resistance against Palpatine is awesome. If you're looking for great fight scenes, every other Star Wars movie has a great fight scene, but there is no scene as iconic as that in that movie. To see a legacy character, literally the last legacy character, coming with this fleet of help with Chewie at the same time, and you're like, holy shit, my childhood. For all those people who are older, who grew up watching Star Wars, they're like, holy shit, it came to this moment.
30. All right, Omid, 20. Pretty much refute his claim.
Come on,
I would
bitch.
argue if you're going for a fleet, a better scene is when Admiral Akbar comes back in Rogue One, because that is a badass scene where it says, "You may fire when ready." That is a badass scene. I think with Lando Calrissian coming back, it's like, oh man, too little, too late, and especially Chewie faking out his death. That is so ass. Lando did pretty much nothing in that movie, and he has, I guess, a daughter that you're supposed to care about. What the fuck?
20. All right.
If you're looking for the best scene in this movie, it is going to be that scene. There are plenty of fight scenes in that movie that are still okay, and even that fight scene it's decent at best. But that scene gets you emotional. It actually drives it home that this is the last time you'll see Star Wars for a while, and it's like, holy shit, the character that I grew up with, Chewie that I grew up with, is here with this big old fleet, and the Resistance is still fighting against Palpatine. The same story again. Palpatine's back, I guess.
Last 20 seconds when we try to sell me home, bring it home on why the final battle is the most.
I think what makes the final battle so badass is because you're seeing not only new powers, you're seeing epic badass fights. You see Rey suddenly transport a lightsaber through the powers of Force. So that is a new canon power that has been shown. With space battles, we've seen that through Rogue One. We've seen that through Episode 4 through 6. This is the first time that we're ever seeing multiple badass lightsaber fights to the Knights of Ren, and you're seeing Palpatine die for a canon final time.
Owen, 20 when you're ready.
That fight scene is okay and it's great, but it's not as iconic as the leading black character getting the reins and getting his moment. We didn't get to see that with Finn. We didn't get to see that with any other character, but we got to see Lando take a rein and take a hold of this scene. When it comes to your scene, it's okay and it's cool, but we're looking at new things where it's like, holy shit, a new power in the last 10 minutes of a movie. That's going to take you out of it.
20 seconds. All right, I thought there was a clear winner for that one. What about you guys?
I think their most interesting arguments were their first ones, but as it went on, I feel like their arguments got weaker. Yeah.
For sure.
There's not much you can say. There's not much you can say about episode 9.
That's a very fair point. It's so hard to argue.
Hey, man. Look, I had... You go on, man. You go ahead, Nick.
Yeah.
October 1st!
I think both of them have their moments. Like they're both really good moments, but I do have a preference.
Of their
Which
Which
is
is yours.
Okay, yeah.
Because it has more history behind it. Because
It does.
You see Lando, you see Wedge.
Did he say
more
it? I feel like
characters.
he has an iconic line. I don't like Star Wars, but what was it? Did he say, I got help or something like that?
I don't know.
I don't
I
consider
don't
that an
know.
iconic
I
line. I don't think
Fact
so.
check it.
I'm
Fact
sorry.
check it. Fact check it.
Okay.
That may be the line. It's not an iconic line.
Yeah,
So what do you
There's
think?
so many more iconic lines. Like, I am the last Jedi. I am all of the Jedi.
I don't even remember that, to be honest.
Yeah, I thought it was Owen. Did you think it was Owen too? Or who do you side more there?
I was 50-50 just because I do like to see that, but for me, it's like more like the romantic side because it's like, oh, they kissed. How
I actually hate
Shut
that
up,
scene.
I know, I'm a girl.
I hate that kiss scene.
That's
I
like
know.
my
I was
least
so-
favorite
that
part
was
of the
so
movie.
Yeah,
forced.
everybody hates it,
Yeah.
but like I think as a woman and a lot of women were like, that's so effing
Hey,
cute.
a
And it's
woman's
like,
perspective.
Okay.
Now we see how bad it is. I'm kidding. I'm sorry.
fuck off.
I'm with Nick. I think Owen gave the better argument.
I did like it.
I think he had more to say. There's more to it.
Also, well, again, you have the final verdict, but I think there are more iconic fight scenes, not just in Star Wars in general, but specifically the sequel trilogy.
Yeah,
I think,
the better ones you could have picked.
yeah, I think the first,
Yeah, come on, you
the
idiot.
first
Fuck
movie,
you.
What was the
Rey vs.
question?
Kylo Ren is more iconic.
Fuck you.
What was the question?
Fuck you.
Best
Alright,
scene or something?
this is a
like that?
We're tied. We're 3-3. All right, round 3.
Okay.
Sudden death.
Is this the last round?
No, we're going to 5. Yeah. So you have to get 3 of these to win. You guys are both 1. You guys are tied up. All right. This is a callback. So my for round 3, this is this or that. All right. So which is the better sports franchise, Rocky or Karate Kid?
Karate Kid.
Rocky.
All right. Perfect. All
I
right,
knew
so
it.
Owen picked Karate Kid. Owen picked Rocky. Since I've been having you go first every round, I'm gonna have Owen go first this time.
There would be no Karate Kid without Rocky. Rocky was that defining moment where you won't always win, but you always got to get up. You always got to fight back. That was the first Rocky. We look at sports movies now. We're like obviously the main character's not gonna win. That's gonna happen. Rocky started that. That was literally the beginning of that. It started Sylvester Stallone's amazing career, and it was a great sports movies, and it's continued on. And no matter, each movie is different from the last, but each one has a great saving grace for it. Each one is.
Yeah, that's good. Only 30 when you're ready. Which franchise is better?
I think Karate Kid is better because both Rocky and Karate Kid have their shitty movies being 2 and 3, and then Rocky 2, 3, 5. Karate Kid, you have a great movie, and the lore is expanded through Cobra Kai, where you get to see more of the characters come back. You get to see Daniel LaRusso, you get to see Johnny Lawrence. With Rocky, they seem to have to step away because there's nothing to talk about. In Creed, it's just Creed and a Rocky story, and it gets very, very bogged down to just only 2 characters. With Cobra Kai, you're seeing them develop so many characters. Ali's coming back.
That was good.
Just because you have more characters doesn't mean it's a better story. Creed was an amazing movie where we got to see more of Apollo Creed. The Rocky universe may be smaller than the Karate Kid universe, but the characters are way more developed. You get to see more of Rocky. Rocky 5, as bad as it is, the discourse between Rocky and his son, where he gives him that speech and, you get down, you get back up, you get back up. That is an amazing speech he has with his son. And even though you don't see his son in the rest of the series, that'll always be in your head where Rocky is that person who will never back down, who will never stop fighting. And Rocky 4 is the most American film in the fucking universe. God damn it!
I don't know if that's a good thing. Alright, only 20 when you're ready.
I would say Creed suffers the same principle as Force Awakens, where it's just redoing Rocky, but in a new generation. Creed fights the champion, he loses at the end of the movie. We've seen Karate Kid, they are trending new territory, they are going down the perspective of the villain with Johnny Lawrence. He's building Cobra Kai, he's doing it differently. You see John Crest come back, and you see Johnny Lawrence do everything he can to be different than Cobra Kai.
First off, before we start, that is a great question. That is a really good question.
I gave him that one. I told him about that.
That's a great
really
question.
good one.
He augmented it. It was going to be a better movie just between the first ones.
But better franchise.
Franchise better. Yeah, it was good.
I'll start when I speak. You keep talking about the series, but we're talking about the entire franchise. I'm talking about each movie. Each movie has their own little goal. We see Rocky 1 where it's like this little dark horse is able to get 12 rounds with Apollo fucking Creed. And you keep talking about Creed not being, it's like a rehash of Force Awakens. No, it's not, because Rocky didn't have that story between a son trying to reconnect to his passing father.
I think Rocky's supposed to be this underdog story, but when you think of Karate Kid, you literally see a small child take on the biggest and buffest bully in school. What is more inspiring than that someone can just learn the technique and take on his bullies? With Rocky, you see still a buff bodybuilder take on Apollo Creed and he loses. This is not inspirational. You see Daniel LaRusso, who's a child, and he takes on Johnny Lawrence. That is a huge inspirational scene.
Rocky is nothing more.
You started. You're good. You're good.
You're done.
You did 3 already.
Yeah,
You
done.
started.
I went 3 times, you idiot.
You started.
Fuck, I have my final.
You're good. No,
I went 3 times?
2
He
times.
did.
2 times.
No, he intro and then he reviewed it.
I thought we
reviewed
did
it
Oh
twice.
no, because you went first this time.
Yeah, you went first.
Don't I go 3 times?
No, you intro
You
and
went
then
first,
you
Owen.
rebuttal.
There's only 2 times?
You had 3. You spoke 3 times.
I did?
Yeah, take his word.
No shot, I
Take his word.
did.
Take his word.
No
Take his word.
shot.
Take his
I know
word.
he went first.
Take his word.
Yes.
I'm not keeping count, so don't ask me.
No, I know. I think in the interest of time, I think I'm gonna just go to my judgment for this. And I think based on who had the better argument, surprisingly, not that I don't know if I agree with this, I'm going Rocky.
I agree.
I think he had more to say, and I think he was able to shake off the Force Awakens jab pretty well. So
Did I
That's
really
2-1.
talk? Did I really talk 3 times?
I will say though, in my opinion, I think this one was really close.
that was.
This was a really good round.
Yeah.
Hey,
I
to
think it was
Rocky.
your opening. You were focusing more on just the character names, like, oh, you have Daniel LaRusso. But that was really close. So now it's Owen. You win the next one. Owen, you have to win the next 2 to pretty much win this. Owen, you win any of them, you're the champ. All right. So this is round 4. Sudden Death 4. Worst MCU Phase 4 movie.
Thor: Love and Thunder.
Phase 4?
Thor: Love and Thunder.
All right, Love and Thunder. It's arguably a movie you haven't seen. All right, Owen, what'd you pick?
Black Widow.
All right. Owen, you reining in first again. You're gonna go first. Jeez, why'd you pick a movie you haven't
Bold
seen?
move, dude.
Yeah, go ahead,
I got
idiot.
it.
Tell me the worst scene.
Thor: Love and Thunder is the worst movie because essentially it undoes everything from Thor Ragnarok, and in Endgame he is a developed character. He's a serious character. In Thor: Love and Thunder, from what I've heard, he's a very stupid character.
From what I've heard.
I know this is my part, bitch.
This is a good argument.
Thor becomes a dumbass. He becomes an unlikable character. He becomes a very stupid character. He becomes a very Taika character. With Black Widow, its whole problem is that it is a different movie and it is a female-led movie. Marvel fans don't like that. Unfortunately, I like women-led movies, and that's why people don't like Black Widow.
That's good. If there's one thing Owen knows how to do, it's argue movies he hasn't seen.
Out of his ass, yeah.
Owen, 30 when you're ready.
Black Widow sucked because it relied heavily that it was a woman empowering movie. If you want to get a woman empowering movie, you get actual superheroes that we like. We want a Gamora movie. We want another Captain Marvel movie. Black Widow relied on that, and we got a shitty story where I don't even remember the main character's villain. The only thing that was good was Pugh's character. And in Thor: Love and Thunder, you say it went back and retracted from the third Thor movie. I'm so fucking drunk. It enhanced it. It did more of what you were gonna expect. It was what you expected.
Time.
Florence Pugh.
Black Widow is a better movie because it introduced characters that will be on the Thunderbolt. It introduced David Harbour. It introduced Julia Louis-Dreyfus, I believe. Thor: Love and Thunder essentially is just a one-off shitty story from Taika Waititi and his child and Thor and his child. It is just a circle jerk of Taika Waititi and all the things that he finds funny and the goats of the Taylor Swift joke. What the fuck?
Thor: Love and Thunder is exactly what we all expected it to be. When we watched Black Widow, we wanted it to be the send-off for Black Widow, but it was not. The perfect send-off was Avengers Endgame. You talk about going back. That was going back. That was ruining Black Widow's legacy. That was something we should have seen beforehand. But at this point, we're seeing a shitty Black Widow movie where we know where she ends up. We know what happens to her. We just wish that we got more Florence Pugh. We just wish that we got more of the Red Thunder, whatever his name was, because they were better parts of the movie than Black Widow.
Alright, I think you have one last point.
Did I go 3 times already?
That's 2. No, you go after me.
Okay, you don't have to yell at me, bitch.
Let's go, Amish. Black Widow is a better movie because it introduced, I said, multiple characters into the Thunderbolt universe. That will be a new movie. Black Widow is correcting me wrong that Black Widow never got her own movie. So yes, it was a little bit late of its time, but it still did something that they deserved to do. Thor: Love and Thunder is literally a forgettable movie that it will not be talked about 2 years from now. It's be remembered as being shitty.
If you want to talk about forgettable movies, Black Widow is literally the most forgettable movie of Phase 4 because you forgot that it was even in Phase 4. Thor: Love and Thunder, you're still talking about it. People are still talking about it because as shitty as it was still funny. It was still turn your brain off. The most Marvel movie you can get. He's right behind me, isn't he? There have so many of those jokes, and if that's peak Marvel, Black Widow is not even a Marvel. It's not even a movie. It is below everything.
All right. This one I have to go to you guys. So I want to start with that. What were your thoughts?
I love Black Widow, and I fell asleep at Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say.
Nick?
I actually kind of enjoyed Black Widow. I thought it took cool risks and again introduced some really interesting characters. Thor: Love and Thunder I enjoyed, but it's because I turned my brain off, and I think it is a stupider movie.
I agree. I think Omen had a better argument. I thought you had some good points, and you were talking about forgettable, but I think the fact I don't know. I mean, you haven't seen the movie.
I've seen
reviews.
reviews. I've seen reviews.
I'm pretty fucked up right now.
I've seen
and
reviews.
I wish I was coherent enough to tell you why Black Widow sucked.
Black Widow wise, I think like the first 2/3 of the movie
That's
fine,
okay.
but the third act is where it drops
Florence
off.
Pugh made the movie.
He never mentioned Taskmaster, but also he's very
Florence Pugh, and what was David Harbour's name?
Red Guardian or something.
Red Guardian, and then what was the whole Russian family was better than.
So now it's tied up. Final round. All right. Oh, I hope you're coherent enough for this last one. This is a good round.
I know I helped you come up with the 5th one. I completely forgot what it was.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, this will be good for you then.
I will say,
This will be new for everyone.
I haven't gotten the answer first. Either I can't get the answer
Physically, you
first.
cannot.
So you get a free answer. I'll just backtrack and figure it out, man.
So for the final round, this determines who's the winner of the first drunk movie fight, or drunk will want to fight about it. Ring in with your answer. This is not this or that. You pretty much find your own answer, right?
Okay.
So it is. What is the best third movie in a superhero trilogy?
Well, let's give him some time to think about it. Insert Jeopardy music here. This is such a good question.
3's hard.
We'll skip over.
I'm gonna go Spider-Man 3.
Wait. Does Logan count?
No, because it's not. Why would it count?
Oh,
Trilogy.
he's freaking out. he's
X-Men
freaking
Origins
out.
Wolverine.
Yeah.
Wolverine.
The Wolverine.
Logan.
Yeah, trilogy.
Okay.
In terms of
Oh
Okay.
shit! Oh shit!
Spider-Man 3.
What's gonna
And
win?
Logan!
Let's see if you're coherent enough to answer.
Oh hey, bitch!
Okay.
So, Omid, you're first on Spider-Man 3. It's a good movie. You're not out. It's a good movie. I love Spider-Man 3. 30 seconds when you're ready.
Oh, sorry. When I'm ready.
Yeah, idiot.
Sorry.
I am pretty drunk though.
Spider-Man 3 is the best trilogy to a movie because essentially it continues a storyline that is set from the very first movie. You get the completion of an arc with Peter Parker getting with Mary Jane Watson that you've seen throughout the entire time. You see Harry Osborn go from this little timid kid to avenging his father, and you see that he realized that his father was dead and he was wrong, and he becomes best friends with Peter. Sandman is such an amazing villain. He's such a tragic villain. He's doing this all for his daughter, and you see a very relatable villain.
That was 30.
Can you repeat the question?
Best third movie in a superhero trilogy.
We are talking about the best third movie in a superhero trilogy. We're not talking about the best trilogy, the best 2 movies before. We're talking about the best movie. Logan is the epitome of comic book movie. All right, it shows that you don't need this backstory. You don't need this entire universe to get a movie. We get Logan on his last ride, trying to help X-23 out, and we get to see him. Fuck, I'm so fucking drunk, man. we get to see him help this little girl out, and we get to see the end of Charles Xavier and the end of the Wolverine, and what we imagine as the end
30,
of
you-
Logan.
30, that's 30. I had to cut you off. I think it's a movie. Wait. All right, ready when you are. I think as a movie, it doesn't feel like a trilogy because essentially you get X-Men Origins Wolverine, you get Logan. They're all very different stories. Spider-Man is a continued story that all shares an arc. All the characters grow. Mary Jane Watson grows. Harry Osborn grows. With X-Men, with Logan, essentially it being a trilogy is like void because you're getting Deadpool 3. They're all coming back. They ruined Charles Xavier's legend with being him and being Doctor Strange.
Like I said, we're not looking for the best trilogy. We're looking for the best movie within a trilogy. Whether you think it's a trilogy or not doesn't matter. This is the greatest comic book movie of all time. We get to see the end of Charles Xavier. We get to see him fighting with his own inner demons, where he finds out that he was the reason that the X-Men died. We get to see Logan at this last lake where this poison is killing him. But at the end of it all, he still decides to help this mutant because Charles tells him to. That's him caring about everything beside himself.
This is like really close between you two. You guys have both had very good points. Only this is your last 20 seconds.
I think it's easier for a movie to be a standalone rather than to be the end of a trilogy. What Spider-Man 3 does so well, it shows that Peter has dark moments. It shows that he chooses to be full on revenge and vengeance, and he learns from that, and he gets back with Mary Jane Watson. He learns his mistakes. Logan is a great story, but it's not tied to a trilogy, and it is a very boring story. It's not easy to watch. Spider-Man 3 is a very easy movie to get back to. Sandman's a great villain. Oh, and you have 20 seconds.
Spider-Man 3 has way too many things going on. You talked about Deadpool ruining Wolverine. Spider-Man 3 we had No Way Home, so that automatically that cancels that out. All right, Spider-Man 3 was an okay film, but there's so many things going on. We have Venom, we have Sandman, we have Hobgoblin. You have one good villain, but the other two they don't meet the rest. And Wolverine, we have this amazing story, and we don't have that amazing story in Spider-Man 3.
That was really good. I'll start with you, Nick.
This one's really hard because I think Logan is a better film, but the question is best movie in a trilogy, and I think Omid brought up a really, really good point of it's the most consistent sequel to a trilogy. You know what I mean?
There's a through line.
Yeah, it connects more closely to the previous two.
Yeah.
So that's this one's really hard for me.
This one's really hard. Lisette, do you have a pick?
OG Spider-Man?
Yeah, Tobey Maguire.
Okay.
Before we start, before she says her answer,
I'm drunk.
I'm drunk and she didn't like Logan.
Yeah.
It's totally valid.
I know. I'm just saying before she says her opinion. Obviously, she didn't like Logan.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, however you want to take that.
And then it's one of your guys' favorite top dog.
Top 3.
Go ahead, Lisette. Be honest.
Yeah, I fell asleep with Logan, and I love Spider-Man, and I love Tobey Maguire. He's my top Spider-Man forever.
He's the GOAT.
I love that Owen came up with this answer. against you, and you know.
Yeah,
I love Wolverine. I
bitch.
love
This was a
Wolverine.
really
I
good
just-
fight.
It was good.
I thought that was so awesome.
I was thinking about it. I was
Yeah,
like,
you
wait a
can.
minute. One,
Oh,
two,
no,
three.
This is perfect. I think he made really good arguments, but yeah, man.
This one's really hard.
Tied up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, literally, I think you guys both had very good points. Like, you were saying that they kind of screwed over the finality of it because they bring him back for Doctor Strange and they are bringing him back for Deadpool. But you're saying No Way Home. Yeah, No Way Home, he comes back. But I don't know. This is so hard.
It's tough
I think-
I do not envy you making this
Yeah, it's
decision.
like whichever one I picked, the other one's gonna be pissed because they both had really good
I
arguments.
respect.
Really
I
good
respect
one. I
whatever you
respect your
choose.
opinion,
I
too.
respect whatever you choose.
I respect his opinion. We
He had a great pick.
both argued very well.
Hey,
We both argued
good shit,
great.
man. Good shit, man. You choose your answer. Whatever happens, happens.
This is what we live for. This is a really good fight.
You know, I'm usually not this nice about it. Too.
I know you're not. I know.
We
I
both
get
argued.
pissed.
We both
Exactly.
argued very well.
I think it's like Nick said. I think what really sold home for me is the fact that you're saying it was easier to be a standalone, and you have to kind of want to pay off the trilogy. So I don't know if I would agree. I love Spider-Man 3. I don't even think. I think Logan's a better movie, but I think it was just so close. And you guys both had really good points, but I'm gonna give it to Omid.
Oh my god! Good game, sir. Good game, sir. We
Good
argued
game.
that.
Logan
We
was
had
good.
like different arguments for that, but we're still, up there.
You guys were probably the most drunk of the whole night here, and you guys made the best arguments of this.
Definitely like the best fight.
Yeah, and you guys had really good
round,
points.
dude.
Yeah, exactly. This is our first drunk. We'll want to fight about it. We had Omid, Owen, Nick.
Thank you, Nick, for coming down.
Nick,
came in. He
came thank in you. clutch.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, Nick, he won the last one. He wasn't able to pull this one out. Omid got his second win. This is great for season 2.
I love you, man. Shit.
This is the end of our episode. Thanks for watching, guys.
Okay.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Yeah.